Computer chip and software maker Broadcom says it has cleared all of the regulatory hurdles and plans today to complete its $69 billion acquisition of cloud technology company VMware.
Broadcom is paying $61 billion in cash and stock for VMware and taking on $8 billion of its debt, making this one of the biggest tech deals ever. The company announced the plan after China joined the list of countries that had given a go-ahead for the acquisition. The company also said there was no legal impediment to closing under U.S. merger regulations. Broadcom wants to establish a stronger foothold in the cloud computing market, and VMware's technology allows large corporations to blend public cloud access with internal company networks. VMware has close relations with every major cloud company and provider. I'm Julie Walker.
News and analysis at townhall.com. A judge tells Kansas lawmen, you can't do that.
The Kansas Highway Patrol must stop using a tactic known as the Kansas two-step to detain out-of-state drivers long enough to find a reason to search their vehicles for illegal drugs. A federal judge granted a permanent injunction. The same judge ruled in July that the tactic violated drivers' constitutional rights against unreasonable searches. The judge concluded that the patrol targeted drivers traveling along Interstate 70 to or from states that have legalized either the medical or recreational use of marijuana. Kansas has authorized neither. I'm Norman Hall.
The ousted leader of ChatGPT maker OpenAI is returning to the company that fired him late last week. The firing triggered a revolt among employees. Sam Altman has been rehired. The entire board of directors has now been replaced. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody.
Gobble, gobble, everybody.
That's right. The arguably the busiest travel day of the year for many.
Mm-hmm.
And day off now. Officially, kids are off for the Thanksgiving holiday. So
my daughter, because every morning when we drive in, we are listening to the first break, usually of my morning show.
Mm-hmm.
And which fun fact, kids, I record the day before. And so I'm always mentioning, what the national day is or whatever. And I didn't have any of those today. And she goes, Dad, today is National 5 Days Off of School Day. I'm like, yeah, it's also National I don't have to pack you a lunch day. So, yeah, I was, enjoy your 5-day weekend, kids.
That's right.
5-day weekend.
Enjoy the all the fun and festivities, the Macy's. I wonder if the kids still get excited for the parade
I hope they do, because I really do. There's like this, there's not much of me that still feels like childhood whimsy.
Yeah.
Minty. But that's one of those things where it's like I get like boyhoodly excited. That sounds
I just
really
wonder,
bad.
In the world we live in with all the technology and, quite frankly, all the cool things we can do with technology and things, and I'm like, I just don't know if the parade still holds the same specialness to kids, because they literally, there's a glowing ball in Vegas that does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, there's so much going on nowadays.
It does lose a bit of its like luster when you look at how technology's advanced. But there's sort of still that like old school charm. And that's sort of like what New York and Herald Square and like Macy's and all of that has always kind of embodied is that Miracle on 34th Street, mid 20th century Norman Rockwell-esque almost Christmas celebration. The big tree, the long table. It just sort of like evokes those memories.
I can see that a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like there's almost like we as modern 21st century humans like let it go for a few weeks because like if you even look at like TV and like radio, you always hear those same commercials every single year. You know, the ringing Hershey Kisses bells, or I haven't seen it in years, but the Norelco Santa, the one who used to ride the razor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's still out there in some iteration.
Yeah, of course, the M&M commercial.
Yeah, the M&M commercial.
The Corona palm tree light up commercial.
Yep. But in radio, there's always those ones like here in a few days, I would say probably right after Thanksgiving, you're going to start hearing a very familiar Lowell's Pharmacy commercial.
Yes, the spirit of the season.
From, I want to say probably the 19... And there's something about that like it almost feels like it's like a darker time, like in like lighting-wise, it feels darker,
right.
But it's more like warm. You know, there's like a warmth to it. I get the same thing when I watch like, weirdly, Christmas Vacation. Because it takes me back to like the first time I ever saw it and like the big family.
That's evokes your own personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always feel that way about old horror movies. Like
horror. Okay,
horror
right.
movies. Like the modern horror movies, they have, you know, all the CGI technology and to be able to do that. But like to me, those black and white Alfred Hitchcock-y, you know, that style you know, or the whole, just that whole genre, you know,
the mind terror.
Yeah, where it's not so, but even when it's filmed in that black and white, it looks way more ominous to me than even like a Saw or something more modern to me. I'm like, to me, that's way more what's lurking in the corner. This is just a gore fest up here.
Yeah, exactly.
This
You can
messes with the mind,
and that's I've said that about the Final Destination movies too. It's like you can. I don't like watching though. Like I will physically turn because it's just I don't like watching someone lose throat blood.
Yeah,
you know, just like a laceration from a piece of dental floss. But if you like, one of the scariest pieces of cinema to me is in the movie Pet Sematary. I think the first one.
Yeah,
where the little boy is in the corner. And the dad comes in, he says, "Come play with me, Daddy. I've already played with Mommy." And Mommy's like mangled in the corner. That, to this day, is one of the most scary scenes in movies to me.
That being said, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, welcome to your Turkey Day.
The only movie that you need to watch that's Thanksgiving related, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That's right.
That's the official movie of Thanksgiving.
I do have to say, and we tried like for a week to try to track these 4 girls' names down, but 4 young ladies were selected to be a part of the color guard, I believe, at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah, from here.
Cheerleaders, I'm sorry. They are Danica Herrera, who's 17. I think they're all from Roswell High, I believe.
Okay.
Sky Weckley, who's 14. Ariana Archuleta, who's 17. And Aliana Sanchez, who's 14. And they're leaving to New York to take part in the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
All right, so maybe we'll get to see them on the TV tomorrow.
That's pretty
Good
exciting.
for them. That's a big deal.
It is a huge deal.
I hope they get to see the sights and drink it all in, and hope they get to, while they're in New York City, get to see New York City. You know what I mean?
Take in some of the bits
and eat food there, because I'm telling you, yes, it's 7,000% more expensive, but the best Chinese food, the best pizza, the best bagels.
Go get you a dollar slice. Go get you a dollar slice, and then go get you one of them dirty water dogs. Those are the best experience you can have in
probably
New York.
a $15 slice now, but the way the economy is working, but yeah, I hope they get to do all that. So, hey, real quick, we do want to remind you, of course, with the Thanksgiving holiday here tomorrow, the Salvation Army is doing free community Thanksgiving Day meal tomorrow from 11 to 1, and that's going to be at the Salvation Army facility at 612 West College. Again, free meal, come one, come all, and it's going to be from 11 to 1. All are welcome. And that's courtesy of the Salvation Army. So big thank you to them.
That always makes me laugh. There was a clip from a Family Guy years ago. Lois comes out holding a turkey on Thanksgiving, goes, "Dinner time," because 1 p.m. on Thanksgiving is dinner for some reason.
Hey, we do the same thing.
Right.
When do y'all eat?
It's usually about 2 p.m.
Yeah, we're like a 1 o'clock crowd too.
You gotta. Now, although the last one we did was an evening meal, but it was also after everybody's work day, because we did it last Friday.
Yeah.
This one will probably be more of like 2 o'clock, Because then you got to have the dessert round, second round of food at 6.
Yeah,
so you can have the last dessert round at 8.
Exactly. Yeah, that's you eat at 1 so you can eat again at dinner time.
and invariably, somebody's going to make the joke, oh, it took you 6 hours to make it. It took us 20 minutes to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also going to be eating it for another week, Buford. So
that's right. And
enjoy
again,
them leftovers.
And again, which is all right for me for most of it.
I think I might have found the best Thanksgiving leftover preparation method I have ever seen.
Yeah.
You take regular, I think they use corn tortillas.
Okay.
And you coat them in croutons, like stuffing crumbs, essentially. So like the fall aromatics. I think you coat them in something to get it to stick, and then you fry the shells. Okay, so it makes it into a taco shell. So it makes it into like a Thanksgiving taco shell, which you then stuff with all your Thanksgiving stuff.
Okay.
A little gravy on top. It's a Thanksgiving leftover taco.
Okay.
It sounds amazing.
I've seen the burger versions of that.
We're going to try that.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you. I've done, now I ain't going to lie, I've done that before. Not like the whole taco, but I'll take a flour tortilla and slap turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and then roll it up and eat it like a burrito.
But then you sear that bad boy off and deep fry it. Oof.
Now that I did not.
See, that's the American way.
My hunger belly said, no, we will eat it now. But
we'd like that now.
Absolutely. We do have a full slate for you for today's show. Let me give you the rundown here. In just a few minutes, we'll bring in Pastor Jim Ridgway with The Gig. They, too, are doing their Thanksgiving event here tomorrow, free dinner, everything. So we'll give you the details and talk a little bit about what they've got going on. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, Don Weld with American Legion Post 61 will join us. Give us an update what's going on there, but also the Wreaths Across America campaign. If you'd like to donate a wreath for this year's, so what their goal is, they're trying to get 300 wreaths throughout to put on the graves of veterans at Memory Lawn Cemetery and also some at South Park. Our post tends to we do the work at the Memory Lawn there, but we're trying to raise 300 wreaths, and there's a link. If you go to roswelllegion.org, you can go there and purchase a wreath for $17. If you do it before the 29th, it'll count towards this year's laying of the wreaths, and then if it's after that, no big deal. It'll go to next year, but. And then here on December, I believe it's the 16th, we're going to receive the wreaths and then go and distribute them out to the places, the graves and things that they're going to go to. So, but they're $17 per wreath. They went up from $15 last year to $17. Wreaths Across America is a great organization, but we'll talk more about it in the 8 o'clock hour and all that. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have the folks from the Roswell Community Little Theater join us. Wow. Santa's Talent Search is Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So if you would like to come and root on your favorite, and we'll pick a winner here, and there'll be, I'm not sure how many acts and everything we're going to have this year, but we'll find out here in the 9 o'clock hour. And so, but mark that on your calendars after you've done Black Fridaying and all that stuff. Saturday night, get out and let your hair down and enjoy some local talent at the Santa's Talent Search.
Oh, yeah. So, should be good.
Yeah.
I do feel obligated to let you know that in 36 of the contiguous 48 states, it is deemed a violation of FCC guidelines for an FM station to not play this sound prior to the fourth Thursday of every November. So I just need to...
Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat the turkey like a good boy should. 'Cause it's turkey to eat so good.
There you go.
Anyways, I digress. But yes, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. It is obligatory that we play that song every year.
There you go.
I just recorded it in for the FM, so I'll send it to Gene too, because I don't want us to be in violation.
That's right. We do
nothing else.
We do not want to hit those fines are steep.
We are federally mandated.
That's right. All right, it is 7:17. Let's see how the weather's going to work out for us this Thanksgiving holiday.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like high pressure will hang around the southwestern states over the next few days, and our holiday looks pretty good. Sunshine and mid-60s today. We're in the mid-30s and clear for the overnight hours, and it looks about the same for Thanksgiving Day. It'll be sunny with a few clouds, our afternoon high in the mid-60s. A little bit cooler on Friday, sunny and mid-50s. The weekend looks fair. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 34 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 70%. Winds currently out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. Warm today, 65 the expected high under sunny skies. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight, expecting an overnight low of 34 degrees with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour for your Thanksgiving Day. Another beautiful day. Sunny skies, highs near 65 tomorrow. Winds will be out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow evening, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 37. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For your Black Friday, chilly, sunny, high of only 48. Winds will be out of the north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 38 degrees. Saturday for championship football, partly cloudy, high of 57 here in Roswell. Artesia will probably be a degree or two within the same. So dress accordingly for the championship game Saturday. Saturday night, partly cloudy, 36 for an overnight low. Sunday, chilly as well, partly cloudy, 46 for a high. And then Monday, when everyone heads back to work and school, partly cloudy, 51 for a high there. All right, it is 7:19. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break. Then Pastor Jim Ridgway will join us here on the other side talking about the Gig's big Thanksgiving celebration. That's up next. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hey, Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor.
Wow.
I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water-diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating 2 companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Big O Tire's biggest Black Friday sale is here. For a limited time, get unbeatable savings on the tire brands you know and trust, plus savings on brakes, oil changes, air filters, and more, all with multiple financing options tailored to you. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online at bigotires.com or stop in today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
Or snicker. It's up to you. It's your house. Do what you want. Good morning. It is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the gig, Pastor Jim Ridgway back with us. Also, Jose, I missed your last name. I'm sorry, Jose.
Adios.
Well, welcome, Jose. And Pastor Jim, good to see you as always. Happy Thanksgiving. And you guys are busy as usual here at this time. 'Tis the season time of the year where you just keep being busy. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mike. Yeah, like say, we're down here today just to talk about what we're doing tomorrow.
That's right.
We're doing Thanksgiving dinner. We're just inviting the whole city down. We're just going to have a blast down there. We're going to share the word of Jesus, and do some praise and worship.
Absolutely.
And we got about 5 or 6, 7 different pastors from Artesia, Hobbs, around the town.
So we got
like
a kind of a southeast New Mexico's representative with some of its finest pastors.
Right, yeah.
Good deal.
And so we're looking forward to it and stuff like that, and say just give a little glimmer of hope for some people and stuff like that. Love on one another. My family is always like, you never spend time with your family. Come down to the gig because I got a big family.
I got room for you.
I'm just fixing dinner for my family.
Sure, absolutely. This is mine. I have a few more mouths to feed.
Yeah,
in
that's
my family.
Brothers and sisters, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, and for folks not familiar, if maybe you if you've been on downtown on a Friday night, maybe during the summer months here, the gig is the church that is the church on the courthouse lawn every Friday night, pretty much throughout the summers here in Roswell. So. They will be back tomorrow for a Thanksgiving celebration, giving thanks, food, come one, come all, and come celebrate God and come have a meal with us here. That's
Absolutely.
what tomorrow is. So.
Yeah, and we're doing a traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Turkeys, hams, cranberries,
the trimmings,
stuffing,
all that stuff.
All the trimmings, some pumpkin pie with some whipped cream. Ooh, daddy.
So whatever your favorite is, just ask for a little bit extra of that one.
Absolutely,
so whether it's the pumpkin pie or the turkey or something else, cranberries. There's 1 or 2 cranberry fans.
Everybody likes something. Not everybody likes everything.
That's
but we're
right.
going to have something for everybody. And like I say again, we're going to talk about Jesus a whole bunch. We're going to give people an opportunity to take a microphone if they want to, and just what are you thankful for?
Share your testimony, whatever the Lord kind of moves you to say at that moment.
Absolutely, yeah. So, like I say, we're just expecting a really, really good turnout tomorrow and stuff. Our weather is cooperating this year. Last year was it was a surprise.
A little shadier weather, yeah.
And we had a blast down there, though. 25-mile-an-hour winds is a blast. But we had a good time down there and stuff. We served 125, 140 people. Came through the line, in that blistering
even with
cold.
the bad weather, still had quite a few people.
Well, we did a wedding last year down there. So
dang,
it was great.
Well, knock on wood, weather will be hunky dory for tomorrow.
Thank you, Jesus.
It says it's supposed to be sunny, 65, 5 to 10 mile-an-hour winds. So
right.
That is about as perfect as we can get for southeast New Mexico. So
yeah. And
what time's everything kind of getting underway in the courthouse lawn tomorrow?
We're going to start setting up tables and chairs. We're going to set up enough for about 125 people to be able to sit and eat at one time and stuff like that. And then we're going to have some chairs, because after you finish eating or before you, if there's not a place, we're going to have some chairs set up to where you can, listening to the word and stuff like that. And after you finish eating, don't go home.
Yeah, come and celebrate with us.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time down there and stuff, And like I say, we're going to set up about 8:30, start the tables and chairs, and the food will start arriving at around 10:30, and we're going to start serving at 11 till 2. And if it takes us a little longer, that's fine.
Sure.
We have a phone number. My phone number is 575-626-5358. If we have some shut-ins, if you're homebound or something like that, and you needed a meal delivered.
We can't. If you have people that need a meal but can't physically be at the event, reach out and Pastor Jim will make sure some folks get them a meal here.
Yeah, you can get a hold of me or Jack Thomas, either one, and his number is 420-6416.
Okay.
So like I said, we want to. We did about 35 shut-ins last year, and because of the weather and everything like that, and all the food we had. I told, our drivers, if they ordered 2 meals, take them 4.
Sure.
If they ordered 4, take them 8.
Yeah, let's make sure they got enough to
surely they have a neighbor or something that needs something.
Absolutely,
what I mean?
absolutely. Or, they're going to be covered for a few days, which either way, which is good with us. But please, come. So if you have that information, please get it to Pastor Jim. I know if you're a Facebook user, there is the Gig Roswell Facebook page there.
Right, yeah.
You can always shoot a message or reach out to Jim that way. Conversely as well, too, if you want to support, if you want to donate, if you want to volunteer, always could use more hands, make less work. That's always the saying, and you could definitely still come out if you're looking to help your families. I know a lot of times some families, especially when you want to teach your younger children that the value of service and things like that. This is a great event to show your family side of things.
And we do. We have a lot of people who have called and said, do you need volunteers? And, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my daughter, my son, they're 9, 12 years old, whatever. You bring them down. We're going to put an apron on them, and we're going to let them serve.
Yeah.
Let them have a good time down there and learn about giving and stuff. You know what I mean?
And it's so great to show your children people from all walks of life and people, of different cultures, different backgrounds, and different, that's important because we're all God's children.
Right.
And we always love to point out our differences, but there's a lot more similarities there than most people realize, and let's celebrate that too.
Right. Yeah.
And
the thing that's cool about the courthouse lawn is we're absolutely neutral ground.
That's right.
It's just like the gig on Friday nights and stuff like that. We're neutral ground. We got, nobody knows who anybody is down there, okay, because you're not at your building. We got Baptists and Pentecostals down there hugging each other, and Methodists and on.
Yeah,
and on.
there's no delineation of really. If you love God and you consider yourself a child of God, or even if you don't, and you're looking for love, just come. If you're a breathing, living human being, then you're invited to this event, and we would love to come celebrate. Come for the food and stay for the message and for the love that will show up, the love that isn't said and is said. That'll be at the event.
Yeah, and it is. It's all about Jesus.
Yeah.
Just a real simple program. But if somebody still wants to donate or something like that, we still got some time. We're needing some canned goods and some pies.
Good deal.
And donations can be dropped off at 109 West 12th Street at Michigan Mutual. Their office. And also, we'll be at Trinity House of Praise on the corner of Albuquerque and Sunset from noon. So if somebody wants to, drop by there and stuff like that, and maybe even lend a hand because we're going to be preparing the food today and stuff and getting everything going.
Today's cook day, so if we got any chefs on hand that would like to, that are looking for, maybe they're kicked out of their own Thanksgiving kitchens because there's enough hands in there. Well, maybe we can get you down here and get you on a pot or something or another.
Yeah, and we want to shout out to a few of the restaurants because I do cheat a little bit. Okay, there's no sense in me doing all the work. They got an oven warmed up.
Work smarter, not harder.
So,
they taught me that in the Air Force. I know that one. So.
Yeah, Red Lobster's cooking some turkeys for us. Cerritos, Super Meat Market.
How cool is that?
And
I love that all these communities and businesses, because they're going to be busy enough on their own, doing their own things.
And they step right up to the pump.
To donate time, manpower, and food to these events here. And we it's so thankful that our restaurants, our local and our chain restaurants are stepping up and helping to provide here on this Thanksgiving Day. So it almost kind of feels like it's meant to be, huh?
Absolutely. If it ain't God, we here. But and like I say, we want to give a shout out to first of all our city, because anytime I'm doing anything, because this isn't all I do. We do some food basket giveaways, stuff like that. And as soon as I put a shout out, our city just absolutely just starts. Where do we come to donate?
Awesome.
Where do we come to help?
Good.
What I mean? It's just great. And then then this year we had some some support from Anderson Bethany Funeral Home.
Awesome.
Grace Community Church has been a big help. Kurt Gass at Michigan Mutual. And again, just the citizens of our city, praise God. And then our county gives us the permit to let us do this.
Let the gig's home be the courthouse lawn there, which we love to do. And that's the beauty of it here is if it's right there, some people are hearing about it, knowing it, and it's going to make it a destination. But some people are just going to come by and be like, what's going on over there? And they're going to stumble into a delicious meal and love and praise and hope and God's love. And that's to me, I love the people that make it a destination, but there's almost something a little bit more beautiful in stumbling into it by accident sometimes.
Well, you know, we'll be out there with our signs, our normal sign that says "Honk if you love Jesus," of course, and then we're going to have a sign that says, you know, free Thanksgiving dinners. And you know, every year that we do this on the courthouse lawn, we got tourists or travelers that are going by. You know, I mean, can we get a Thanksgiving dinner? Sure, God, let's pray.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, you hungry? Then come on down.
Yeah, come on down. So, like I said, it's for everybody. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Absolutely.
You know, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'd love to have you come down.
If you just want to come and celebrate with us, we'd love to have you and come and just celebrate everything that is us and God and humanity and show thanks for the blessings we truly have. So
yes, sir.
That's what tomorrow's about. And like we said, if you want to get more involved with the gig ministry, you know, outside of tomorrow's event and stuff, please reach out to Pastor Jim or Jose or any of your volunteers out here and let's talk about that kind of thing and say, hey, you know, more hands make less work. And this is all about spreading love and peace and God's word. And you know, there's no rules when it comes to some of that. It's just spread the love and let's see where it falls into place sometimes.
You know, with all the discontent in our world today, you know, if we can just be that little light in somebody's life for 1 hour.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Just give them a little hope.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, that's what this is. And let's face it, we understand for many people, many families, the holiday season, these next couple months, it's the roughest time of the year for them for various reasons, you know, whether it's loss or just lost their path a little bit here. You know, there's many reasons for it. And so we want to be there for those folks too, to show them why this season is so important, why we celebrate God's blessings, and why we are thankful for those things. And sometimes it's that reminder when people do, like you said, when the world we live in, it's easy to feel like you're beaten or you feel like you're there isn't answers, and that's the darkest of times is when God really shows his true colors and shows his light to you. So please come be a part of this, and you never know. It might turn you from a complete just negative outlook on things to, you know what? There is hope. There is still love in this world, and I want to be attached to that. So
yes, sir.
That's what tomorrow really is all about. So
yes,
please come. And like I said, if you want to donate, if you'd like to, always looking for canned goods, more items and things like that, please reach out to Jim directly. Shoot a message through the gig Facebook page there, or what's that number you can call again?
575-626-5358 or 575-420-6416.
All right.
And donations are, like I said, being accepted at 109 West 12th Street or at Trinity House of Praise on the corner of Albuquerque and Sunset.
Very good. So please reach out. So I got to ask, Jose, what's your job this next day or two here? You in charge of cooking anything, or are you just I will pick things up, move them where Pastor needs me to move them, kind of thing?
Well, my job is to do anything that's asked of me.
Sure.
And if it comes from the Lord or from people that are serving the Lord, I enjoy doing whatever it is.
So don't matter.
Yeah, I really don't have a title or a position.
Okay.
I like to be mobile and do anything and everything that I'm asked to do, because the community is important. Our community needs more servers. Our community needs more hope. Our community can be really dark.
Sure.
But it's not. You know, we just tend to get caught up in our little worlds, our own life, our own work.
We build our own little walls and our own little...
and we forget about those around us. But when we were kids, you know, once upon a time, we grew up in the neighborhood. We ran around, had fun, did this, did that. These days, these kids don't have that. And we need to bring that back to the community to let them know that it's okay to fall and get hurt. It's okay to run around and chase that one girl that you're probably never going to be with. You know?
We've all been rejected by that girl.
we all know that one.
Yeah. You know, it's okay to...
And sometimes you score, you're like, well, I don't know what happened, but we got in, so...
Yeah.
We got a date.
You just go with that big thing, Jesus?
Winner chicken dinner, you know, like growing up should be interacting with your neighbors, with your community,
living your life
your peers,
and loving all of it's part of the world we live in and part of God's creation here.
It is. God is good.
Yep.
He can change anything and everything, and he's able and capable to bring that light to Roswell. Roswell can be a place of hope. We don't have to be in the ways that we are now with that mentality. You know, we're about
Absolutely.
the community. We need to reach out and show that we care and we love each other. We're here. If you need anything, we'll be at the gig on Thursday, and come eat, come
Yeah.
have fun.
Come on out.
Learn about the word. Come serve.
Join us.
Come be around people that really care.
If you forget about it and you happen to be going downtown and wonder why there's a group of people standing on the courthouse lawn and tables and chairs, and you probably smell turkey and things, just meander on over there, and then the rest will take care of itself.
Absolutely, positively, yeah.
And thank you, Jose, for joining us here, and to appreciate you really, looks like, devoting this is where you wanted. So I'm curious, for future, is your path leading you to ministry, or do you have other desires and dreams?
Well, whatever the Lord calls me to do, I'm willing to do.
Yeah.
I can't see myself being a pastor because, I was young and I got in trouble, and I've been through a lot in my life, though.
It might make you a better one, to be honest.
That's what a lot of people are pushing, is for me to get into ministry or to pastor, but I'm just happy being a server. You can't lead until you learn to serve, and I'm
Sure.
willing to serve those ahead of me as well as my community, because it's all about serving too. Jesus served those for the Last Supper. He washed everybody's feet, even Judas, the one that betrayed him. So I'm willing and able and capable to sit here and serve my community. And if I ever become a pastor, a minister, a youth leader, or a YouTuber, or whatever it is to do outreach, I'm willing to do it. But it starts with serving, and this is the place.
I think it'll find you before you find it.
Yeah,
that's going to be my prediction. I think it'll find you before you find it.
We all do that thing. Says, "Send me, Lord, I will go." And he'll take you at your word.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, here you are doing a Thanksgiving dinner for the city.
Absolutely. That's how it happens. You're already in, dude. I hate to burst your bubble, but I think the plan's already laid out. You're just riding the surfboard right now.
Absolutely, Mike.
Which is a good thing. Good thing, Jose. So, but again, we would love to see everyone come and join us for food, fellowship, and fun. We can say fun. There's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Tomorrow morning or tomorrow, what time's everything kind of? It's about 2:00, but
Yeah,
it's going till the food's going, and so
if we're not done, we're not done. Okay, so we're not going to quit. Oh, it's 2:00, we're done.
Yeah, it's like, wrap it up. But figure, when your stomach starts rumbling, start meandering your way over towards the courthouse lawn, and then you'll find everything you need there.
Yeah.
So.
A funny thing about in the Word of God, it says that Jesus fed the 5,000 plus. We don't know the real number, but anyway, he fed a lot. And when everybody had their fill, okay, he told the disciples, gather the remnants. Well, the story ends there, Mike. It doesn't tell you what to do with the remnants.
Right.
Well, last year we had a lot of remnants. Okay. And it took us 3.5 days to find enough places to, donate the food where it would, do the most good and stuff like that. And I finally ended up with the last thing I had was a cake that was donated by Sam's Club. And it's 30 inches long and 20 inches wide. This is a 6 pound, 7 pound
I was gonna say, that's
cake.
a lot of cake.
It's a big cake, right? And it's all cut into perfect 2-inch squares. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this cake? And the Allsup's out there on South Main by the base. I walked in, and I set it on the counter, and I said, here you go, girls. And they said, what are we supposed to do with this? And I said, that's your problem, as I turned around and I headed for the door, and I never looked back.
I'd like to think everyone that came into Allsup's that day got a piece of cake.
That's right, absolutely. Yeah.
That's what I'd like to think happened there. But please come out. Please come if you want to come to serve, or if you come because you're looking for your beacon. Please, doesn't matter. And like we said, anybody can come. We don't care if you're homeless or a bazillionaire or somewhere in between. This is your place, your home.
Literally,
you're welcome to be there.
Literally, everyone is welcome.
Yes, if you are a human that is wants something to eat, that's pretty much about all we're looking for here.
Yeah, I don't want to give just a shout out to the Salvation Army for what they're doing.
Yeah, we got to thank some people here. If you definitely want to thank some people.
Yeah, because like I said, they're doing a great work down there too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first year, and I used to be a part of the Salvation Army and stuff. Okay, and we always did takeouts and stuff. But I hear the new officers down there, they're actually doing a shut-in. I mean, a
meal, from
sit-down meal.
11 to 1 tomorrow on Thanksgiving tomorrow at on College there at the Salvation Army facility.
Right.
There.
So like I said, it's just what they're doing is the same thing we're doing. They're just doing it at a different location. But praise be to God anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. They are God's children too, doing God's work just as much. And And again, more hands make less work.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
At the end of the day,
you're the one who said it, and I'm agreeing 100%.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we're all. This is the same game plan here. It's to fellowship, love, and hope, and full bellies.
There we go. There we go.
Good deal. But again, if you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate. You can find the Gig of Roswell on Facebook, the Facebook page. You'll find the flyer there with a lot of the information on things. But if you have questions, you can always shoot a message through there. Pastor Jim or someone will make sure that they get back with you on that.
Yes.
And then just come on out tomorrow. And or if you want to volunteer today, like you said, we got some work in the kitchens that are being done right now. If you've got some hands on deck family members in town, you're like, all right, you guys are already getting rowdy. Time to put you to work.
Yeah. Let's get them away from the drink and over here into the sink.
That's right. You got the young kids already running around. Great. Let's channel that energy into cooking some Thanksgiving dinners.
Come on now.
So, good deal. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. And
thank you, Mike. I appreciate you.
And if I don't see you between now and then, happy Thanksgiving. And I'm sure we definitely will see you here as we get close to the Christmas season here.
Yes, sir. We'll be on that again, too. So we'll see you between now and then, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, gentlemen. And nice to meet you, Jose. And look forward to seeing you. I'm telling you, next time I see you, you're going to be this guy.
Thanks, Mike, for having me. I really appreciate it, and thank you for your services. I believe you said you're in the Air Force. So
yes,
thanks
sir.
to all the
That's how I learned how to work
veterans
smarter, not harder. Yes.
Thank you guys for making this possible.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Pastor.
Mike.
Appreciate it. All right, it is 7:44. Let us shut up and play some news, Kim Commando, and some sports as well too. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Tickets for Saturday's state championship game are now on sale. Download the GoFan app on your phone. Just search Artesia High School, and that's where you'll find the tickets to purchase. Video streaming of the game will be provided only on the NFHS network. However, that does require a $12 purchase. Of course, KSVP will have audio play-by-play. The Republican Party urging New Mexico's state Supreme Court this week to strike down a congressional map that has divvied up a politically conservative oil-producing region into multiple districts as it reshaped a swing district along the U.S. border with Mexico. The High Court heard oral arguments without ruling Monday on the congressional map from Democrat state lawmakers. The Democrats say a congressional swing district in southern New Mexico remains competitive even with the ouster of a Republican incumbent in last year's election. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
One of the hottest holiday gifts this year is time travel, back almost 50 years to 1977. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by NetSuite. Visit netsuite.com/Kim today and get NetSuite's KPI checklist absolutely free. When we think of hot new video games, we think of today's gamers, Gen Zers to Gen Xers. But if you were 7 to 13 back in 1977, you might remember the hottest gift ever, the Atari 2600 video game system. Plug in cartridges with Missile Command, Space Invaders, and Asteroids. As a company, Atari doesn't really exist anymore, but those in charge of the name are banking on a wave of nostalgia as they once again market this famous game system. All old game cartridges work, and the new system comes with 10 popular games on a single cartridge. It's also updated with HDMI cables to work with today's screens. It's a bargain, less than $120. You could win a brand new iPhone 15 valued at $799. Enter to win right now at commando.com/win. 36,000, 25, 1. 3 numbers to remember to get the visibility and control you need to make the right business decisions instantly. 36,000. That's how many businesses have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system, streamlining accounting, financial management, inventory, HR, and more. And this year is NetSuite's 25th anniversary. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less. And finally, the #1, because your business is one of a kind. NetSuite offers customized solutions for all your KPIs in one efficient system. That's one source of truth to manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. Everything you need all in one place. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist, designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free, at netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim to get your very own KPI checklist. That's netsuite.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like high pressure will hang around the southwestern states over the next few days, and our holiday looks pretty good. Sunshine in mid-60s today. We're in the mid-30s and clear for the overnight hours, and it looks about the same for Thanksgiving Day. It'll be sunny with a few clouds, our afternoon high in the mid-60s. A little bit cooler on Friday, sunny and mid-50s. The weekend looks fair. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
In a time where humans and technology collide, ineffective technology plagues our businesses, schools, and healthcare environments. DSI Document Solutions has emerged as New Mexico's safeguard from the pains of slowed productivity, providing our nation's top business technology, workflow strategies, and support. DSI is here to boost your productivity and reduce your costs. Get ready for success. Visit our new website at dsinm.com.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. The All-Star volleyball games are happening this Saturday in Bernalillo. Yeah, I know, the season just wrapped up this past Saturday. That's how fast they turn these things around these days. And we want to wish congratulations to several members of local teams that were selected. This is an all-senior event, so congratulations goes out to Ava Flores, senior middle blocker from Goddard High School, and her teammate Maria Amadares at setter. Ava's playing at middle blocker, both from Goddard, and they'll be on different teams, though, facing each other in this event. Ashlyn Irish also selected for the 3A, 4A squad from NMMI, and her coach, Chantel Riddle, is the coach for the Red Squad. For 1A and 2A, Dolly Burge from Gateway Christian picked, as was her teammate Emily Martin, and Natalie Gomez picked from Hagerman at outside hitter. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. stocks retreated on Tuesday, and the S&P 500 snapped a 5-session winning streak, with retailers down after some disappointing outlooks and technology shares falling. U.S. retailers are bracing for a challenging holiday season, a sign that higher discounts might not spark the level of spending the companies are hoping for during their most important period of the year. Economic demand in the United States has slowed, as October's retail sales figures showed. Numerous retailers said on Tuesday that the holiday outlook is mixed after a choppy start to the fourth quarter, when most Americans gear up for Christmas shopping. Lowe's projected a bigger drop in annual same-store sales than previously expected, as inflation hit consumers cut spending on home improvement projects, hitting the company's key do-it-yourself business segment. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Check out the Thanksgiving specials you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Assorted Food Club whipped toppings are 88 cents each, and assorted Kraft mayos are $4.48 each. In produce, fresh green beans are $1.29 a pound, and 3-pound bags of sweet potatoes are just $1. In the meat department, Cook's shank portion bone-in hams are $1.67 a pound, and grade A honeysuckle white turkeys with pop-up timers are 99 cents a pound. Limit 1. These are just some of the Thanksgiving specials you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Happiness isn't about getting what you want all the time. It's about loving what you have and being grateful for it. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smitherman for The Joy of Marriage.
As people, we can get so focused on what we don't have, we don't appreciate what we do have. We can make ourselves miserable, angry, and even depressed by focusing our thoughts and words on the negative. Take a look around and find something to be grateful for that your spouse does. It will change your attitude in your marriage.
1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "No matter what happens, always be thankful, for this is God's will for you who belong to Christ Jesus."
Take it from me, I was such a negative person, but by renewing my mind with God's Word and learning to be thankful, it changed my life and greatly impacted my marriage.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keon at Carabelli Dental. Same-day smiles are what we do. My passion is helping patients chew, talk, and live with confidence. That's why I'm one of the few doctors in the U.S. who can create beautiful same-day smiles with the latest digital implant technology. This procedure is life-changing. Just ask Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I've been that voice that you've heard on the radio for most of my life, but I'm also a dad to 2 amazing kids. I've had a million reasons to smile, but in all my old pictures, I was never smiling. Truth is that life of improper care and being dealt a bad hand genetically left me practically with no teeth. It affected everything from the way I ate, the way I talked, and of course how I interacted with people. And that's where Dr. Keon and Carabelli stepped in. They eased my fears. They explained every step of the process in a way that I could understand, and they made me feel almost like I was part of the team. And now, I can't stop smiling. I have so much more confidence, and I love looking in the mirror now. I can't explain how much of a difference Dr. Keon's dental implant process made for me.
Our team can help you find your smile too. Come see us at Carabelli Dental, 575-622-4455.
From morning runs to playing with grandkids, taking part in activities brings great joy to our lives, but it can also come with injuries. And for those in physically demanding jobs, the daily grind can wear on muscles, bones, and joints and lead to acute and long-term disorders. If you're suffering from an orthopedic injury, let our Artesia General Hospital specialists help. The sooner you address the root cause, the sooner you'll be back to living life in motion. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/orthopedics.
Hey, this is Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's worst nightmare. You know storm chasers, those out-of-town roofers that descend on neighborhoods after big storms. They come in, do a crummy job, then poof, they're gone forever. Well, a few years ago, our area had a hailstorm, and right on cue, storm chasers showed up. I was driving home from work one evening and saw one talking to an elderly lady on her porch. I said, "Not today, buddy." I did a U-turn, pulled in the driveway, and walked right up to them. I warned the woman who they were talking to, and I chased away the storm chaser. The woman's daughter called me later and said a storm chaser ripped them off a few years ago. She thanked me for stopping this one and chose Trustmark for her roof. Trustmark Roofing. Every storm chaser's nightmare. Every homeowner's champion. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring and roof gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF. Or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Coming to the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia, Friday, December 1st. Don't miss Sons of the Pioneers. Friday, December 1st, 7 p.m. at the Ocotillo in Artesia. Tickets and more info at ArtesiaArtsCouncil.com. Sons of the Pioneers, Friday, December 1st at the Ocotillo in Artesia. Ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax. When you can't be home, make your space feel more like home with Candlewood Suites, Roswell, New Mexico, featuring extended stay rooms, complete with kitchenettes in a quiet area, plus plenty of great amenities, including free hot coffee 24/7, and the Candlewood Cupboard 24-hour convenience store, plus the Candlewood Gym and free laundry facilities. Cool off in the outdoor pool, complete with hot tub, and enjoy the outdoor gazebo and grills. And the Candlewood Lending Locker for stuff you couldn't pack, like crock pots, board games, and more. Call 575-623-4300 to find out more. Candlewood Suites, where everyone here is sweet on you. Your home away from home.
It's back and bigger
It's going to be intercepted.
and even better.
And has Beeman open. And he's got it. There's a dump pass for another touchdown.
The XL Energy Wool Bowl is back Friday, December 1st in Roswell, New Mexico. New Mexico's only college football bowl game below I-40. Food trucks, kids zone, pregame concert with Will Bannister. Purchase tickets now for only $5 at woolbowl.net.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:56. Stay tuned next hour, about 8:15 or so. We'll be joined by the folks from American Legion Post 61, talking about our Wreaths Across America campaign. We're coming up on the deadline to donate towards a wreath to get in for this year, coming up here on the 29th. However, it's an ongoing thing, so if you do it after the 29th, we'll put them towards next year. But if you want to get in on this year, we'll tell you more about it next hour here. A couple things do want to remind you, of course, the Many Hands organization, great organization to help homeless in our community. They're doing a winter coat drive that's going on now, really through December 1st. They're asking for folks to drop off gently used, new, or clean gently. Used. Not stuff that's beat up, but brand new or very gently used coats, hoodies, sweatshirts, hats, gloves, socks, chapstick, hand warmers, even undergarments, but brand new on the undergarments, your underwear. Don't forget, for men, women, children, all shapes, all sizes, all of it is needed. Your donations will be distributed to families in need of a home, community kitchen, and Alianza. All their folks are going to be benefiting from this. There are several different places you can drop off your coats. Mountain View Middle School at 312 East Mountain View. Masjid, the mosque there at 927 East McGaffey. Wakefield Oil at 3201 North Main. Alianza here of New Mexico at 1200 South Richardson. Stellar Coffee here downtown, 315 West Main. And at Bewitch's Sandwich Shop there at 107 Twin Diamond, right behind the Antigua's restaurant there, on Main there, the north end of town, right behind that. So you can drop off your coats and items at any of those locations and help out folks here during the holiday season. As I mentioned earlier, don't forget the Salvation Army is also having a free community Thanksgiving meal tomorrow at the Salvation Army, located at 612 West College from 11 to 1. All are welcome to come be a part of that. Of course, you just heard Pastor Jim Ridgway with The Gig join us to talk about their free Thanksgiving meal that's going to be happening on the Chavez County Courthouse lawn tomorrow. So we got a bevy of events and things that are going to be happening over here. Don't forget, as you mentioned, that you heard the commercial for the Wool Bowl. The teams are set. Dodge City will be taking on the NMMI Broncos at the Wool Bowl December 1st. Kickoff for that game will be at 6 p.m. They're going to have Food Truck Friday beginning at 3 p.m., little tailgating in the parking lot. Will Bannister will be performing at around 4:15. Tickets are only $5. Children 12 and under get in free. Richland Motors is going to be doing a halftime giveaway where someone could win $50,000. There's all kinds of stuff, plus a great football game. You can get your tickets right now at woolbowl.net. Get them online in advance, woolbowl.net. They will have tickets available at the door, but if you go ahead and get them in advance, that way that's one less thing you got to worry about. You roll on in to the Wool Bowl there and get you a good spot to enjoy a big game matchup, bowl game here, the only bowl game south of I-40. With it's a really cool experience and bringing back some traditions here. So come be a part of it. Woolbowl.net, get your tickets there.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a 4-day truce. Among other things, calls for the release of 50 hostages, mainly women and children being held by Hamas, and 150 Palestinians detained by Israel.
The announcements capped weeks of indirect Qatari-led negotiations between Israel and Hamas. The US and Egypt were also involved in stop-and-go talks to free some of the roughly 240 hostages. President Joe Biden has welcomed the deal, saying Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has committed to supporting an extended pause to make sure that the hostages are released and humanitarian aid can be sent to Gaza. Qatar's Prime Minister and top diplomat Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman adds he hopes the deal would eventually lead to a permanent ceasefire and serious talks on resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. I'm Charles Ledesma.
Retaliating for recent attacks on American forces, the U.S. has carried out airstrikes on a couple of targets in Iraq, facilities said to be used by Iran and its proxies. Although there is some skepticism in the West about North Korea's claim to have successfully launched a spy satellite, in response to that claim, South Korea says it will be resuming frontline aerial surveillance of North Korea. Thought to be the result of a drug deal gone bad, a shooting in North Philadelphia has left 2 people dead, 5 others wounded. This happened last night. Police say they found 5 guns at the scene, along with money and narcotics. Chat GPT maker OpenAI rehiring Sam Altman, the CEO it fired just last week. The firing prompted almost all of the startup company's 770 employees to threaten to quit. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is up 95 points, the Nasdaq trading 60 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
The United States and the Philippines conducting joint air and maritime patrols in the South China Sea, which come as the two countries step up cooperation in the face of growing aggressive Chinese activity in the area. The Philippine Air Force says its aircraft had taken part in joint patrols in the vicinity of the northernmost province of the Philippines, which is only about 125 miles from Taiwan, the self-governed island that China claims as its own. British police say the bodies of 4 teenage boys who had been missing since they left for a weekend camping trip have been found inside their overturned car. Police in Wales say the vehicle was found partially submerged in water and the fatalities appear to be the result of an accident. A search was launched for the boys after they failed to return home from an overnight camping trip. The First Minister of Wales calls the boys' deaths devastating news. News and analysis at townhall.com. A Maryland handgun law has been struck down.
By a 2-to-1 vote, judges on the 4th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals have found that the requirements for Maryland's handgun licensing law are unconstitutionally restrictive. The law, passed in 2013, lays out a series of steps for would-be gun owners. They include completing 4 hours of safety training, submitting fingerprints, passing a background check, being 21, and residing in Maryland. Maryland Governor Wes Moore, a Democrat, says he's disappointed in the circuit court's ruling and will continue fighting for the law. He says his administration is reviewing the ruling and considering its options. I'm Mike Hempen.
Thanksgiving Eve, a busy day at the airports. About 970 flight delays reported this hour and 45 cancellations, according to FlightAware.com. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody.
Sorry, I was trying to procure a truckload of cranberry sauce. Talking to a guy.
The entire truckload?
The entire truckload, yeah.
Was it procured?
It hasn't been yet. It's gears are in motion. Let's put it that way.
All right.
A couple of pallets.
He's got a thing for cranberry, gelled cranberry.
Yes,
not even
gelled.
the berry, but the gel. That's his jam. That's his jam.
The one that comes out shaped like a can that makes that very familiar sound. That then you can use the lid of the can to cut slices of. It is a kit. It's all in one. It's like an MRE.
I would like to see the making of those cans of gelled cranberries. I'd like to see that process.
That episode of how it's made?
Yeah, well, I mean, like cranberries, they do it because they grow them on the ponds or whatever, right? They got those cranberry ponds up in New England or wherever it is that they
the
do
bogs,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, the bogs.
Which, have you ever seen those? I'm sure you've seen those commercials.
Oh, yeah.
With the two dudes just
with
standing in
the
bog.
ocean spray commercial.
That's painfully accurate. Those they're usually about chest high waters, and they just go in and just scoop up cranberries.
Yeah, I've seen that stuff, but I've never seen the process of them going from that to that gelled
I imagine
thing
it just
in the
goes.
can.
It's a process of removing all the skins, all the seeds, which probably are several.
It's joy, hopes, and dreams.
Yep, several extruders, and then they add pectin to thicken it, and it turns it into Jello. Essentially.
Oh, God bless pectin.
God love pectin. It really does make a good thing great.
I wonder if it's like a plant that makes. Like next to the Retsin plant is the pectin plant.
They grow in the same region. Yeah.
Big Certs needs some more Retsin. They still promote now with Retsin.
I haven't heard the word Retsin from anybody but you in the past decade.
Well, I mean, that was a big deal for Lifesavers to have Retsin in it.
For you though.
But they marketed it like we needed Retsin or we were going to die.
To you or someone you know.
You will never have a friend again unless you got some Certs with Retsin in your pocket.
Did you or someone you know ingest Retsin between 1995 and 2003?
Right? That's going to be the lawyer. Well, you would have thought everybody and their uncle was at Camp Lejeune at one point or another.
I know,
I'm thinking,
right?
if you ever served in the military, you were at Camp Lejeune the way those commercials were going. But anyway, Retsin.
Retsin and pectin.
Yes. Sounds like a weird European superhero tag team duo.
Retsin and pectin?
Yeah. British.
Truly dynamic duo.
Speaking of British, I've been watching the season 2 of Welcome to Wrexham on Hulu.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a good show. If you're familiar, it's an FX show. On regular TV, it's on the FX.
Uh-huh.
I never make it to the FX show, so I catch it on demand later on the Hulu. Yes, I'm old and putting the in front of everything, and I'm going to continue to do that.
It's okay.
That's what I do.
I'll see you up at the Walmart.
But the premise of Welcome to Wrexham is the draw is the famous people, Ryan McElhaney and
Ryan Reynolds
and
Rob McElhaney.
Rob McElhaney. Sorry, I combined them into one weird
You
person.
did. You amalgamated them.
Which, if you watch the show, you can see how that happens. They kind of are, one and the other the same, sort of. You know, it's like, oh, we're just trying to out-funny each other this whole time. But they're funny and witty.
And they are.
I'm not trying to take shots. But anyway, the whole premise of the show is those two guys bought a soccer team in Wales, in the town of Wrexham. This soccer team was once a proud Premier League, highest-level soccer team. I think it's got one of the oldest stadiums in England. There's like a whole history to this team. But over years of just, I think, corruption from the people that own the team to just general suckdom.
They've basically become the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, they've dropped from like 5 tiers out of the Premier League thing. And if you don't know idea what I'm talking about, soccer's weird over there. They have and they've got leagues. They got it set up where, in essence, basically some team like the Roswell Invaders could end up playing the New York Yankees. The way the things are set up, like they have tournaments and cups and things where all levels of organized sport play, and they literally, a team like, if you compared it to baseball, a team the size of the Roswell Invaders could end up playing basically New York Yankees or the Texas Rangers or something like that. And but the whole premise is they're basically taking this team and out of nothing and trying to bring it back to its glory days. And really the show is more about the town than soccer. I mean, it's about soccer, but it's really, they introduce you to the town and its people, and so you end up following the town of Wrexham more than you're watching Ryan Reynolds and Ryan McElhaney do their shtick. And so I'm it's not like I'm a fan of soccer per se. I don't watch it, but I do love that show. It's kind of, so season 2 is on there now. Season 1 it kind of gets, but this is the season that they're going to try to get promoted, which
now does the series follow the show like line for line? Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the news that maybe is a spoiler alert to the season.
Yes, it is. You're absolutely correct. Okay. The things you're seeing on Welcome to Wrexham happened like last year.
Right.
So
because if you follow the
people
news,
that are really following the news, they already know what happened to Wrexham and knows what's going to happen next.
Right.
I do that too because, like you said, I see the news too. But spoiler alert, to get promoted. But anyway, it was in the news.
That, but also the other thing with the coach.
Oh yeah.
That I don't know if they did it, but the last I saw was that they're being pushed to fire the coach.
Oh, see, I don't know about that part yet. Okay. I haven't gotten. All I know is I saw when Wrexham got promoted here.
My phone does this, like you have this extra screen where basically it's the "Hey, we've been listening to you" screen, and just pops up whatever things you've been talking about. Like, here's a story about it, and the other day that popped up as one of my stories.
Very good.
Thank you, Samsung.
But if you like a kind of a warm-hearted show, and if you loved Ted Lasso and want kind of a real-life version of that, but less funny, more heartwarming, if that makes sense.
It does. But who wants that?
Then I recommend Welcome to Wrexham.
I'll tell you a show that, speaking of British humor, a show that I've watched several times, but I've since been going back and doing an episode-by-episode rewatch, is The IT Crowd. That show is one of the most underrated comedies.
It was barely on TV, wasn't it?
It was on for 4 seasons, but
was
the problem is,
I didn't even know it was that
seasons or series in Britain are 6 episodes.
Oh, see, I thought they did an American version for a minute.
They did. They put out a pilot starring Joel McHale, and it failed miserably.
There you go. I was like, I remember seeing something in America about that.
It was a pilot with Joe McHale and Richard Iowade, who played Moss on the IT Crowd. He came over to play Moss on the American version, but it was terrible.
I'm going to assume that other show of his, the one where they're animal control officers.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about that.
I think that got canceled, too.
I talked to somebody that said they watched it and said it was okay.
It's meh.
Yeah.
I watched it. They're trying too hard. It's like, someone's going to get mad when I say this. They're trying to make it like Community for stupid people.
Right. Well, that's the thing is Community was, and they used to love using this, Community was streets ahead.
Yeah.
They were just ahead, in terms of like comedic timing and all that other stuff. So yeah, to you have to dumb that down for the normies to understand.
Yeah.
For the Fox demo.
Yeah, it was just like stupid Community.
Now don't get me wrong. I consider myself largely the Fox demo.
Yeah.
And I still was like, it's not, it ain't doing it for me, dog.
Like I'm not a big fan of that Welcome to Flatch show either. But it's better than the Dog Pound show or whatever it's called. In my opinion. Either way, I think they're all canceled because they're all stink.
Well,
anyway.
that and the writer's strike and the actor's strike, it kind of just put a kibosh on second seasons in general.
But I bet we'll have 3 more seasons of Call Me Cat. So thank God for that.
Well, there's still 17 seasons of Law and Order in the can. Executive producer Dick Wolf still got him up in him.
You know what? That reminds me. One of these days, I'm going to start watching Blue Bloods on because I think it's on Paramount Plus, and it's been on for a million years.
Take your time. You've got about 13 million seasons.
I've never watched an episode. I know it's got Tom Selleck. I know it's got New Kid Boy, Donnie. And I know they eat dinner together every Sunday. That's all I know about that show. And they're cops and lawyers and whatnot. And but I'm like, I figure if I like it, I can watch it till I die because there's like 50 seasons of
really
that before I'm even caught up. So, and they're still making new ones, right? Isn't that show still making new ones on Friday nights?
I think it's capped at like 17 seasons.
Okay. Oh, and speaking of that, by the way, real quick, and I'm going to shut up. The final season of Young Sheldon is what they're going to be working on now. So if you're a Young Sheldon fan, at some point when this thing, I think it's supposed to end in May of next year, but it did not get canceled. It just ran its course, the whole story. I'm going to guess, spoiler alert, because I've watched Big Bang Theory, they're going to end it around the time where his dad dies. That's going to be my prediction is when his dad dies, that's when they're going to wrap up the Young Sheldon show. Because his dad, spoiler alert, dies when he's 14.
Right.
That's just the premise of the show. Big Bang Theory, that's his story. And so if they're going to keep it true to the Big Bang Theory, then he's going to have to die at 14 when Sheldon's 14. So, but anyway, not that anybody cares.
Should make for a fun season then.
That's right. Should be a bunch. Well, and then there's supposedly they got divorced because his dad cheated on her. Like all that's part of the Big Bang Theory story. So none of that has happened yet in the show. And if they're doing one season,
yeah, they've been putting off for the warm fuzzies of it all. So now it's where they're going to hit
the final season of Young Sheldon might be just sad fest.
Or they could totally cop out and just end it when Sheldon is 13, or in that realm.
Although that's going to be hard to pull off because the boy is a lot bigger than he was
now,
when. Yeah, he don't look like that little kid anymore.
Spurt.
Yeah, he looks like Sheldon now. All right, 8:18. Don is patiently waiting here, listening to our stupid stories. So let's get going. Let's get you up to date with the weather. Then we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to talk with Don Weld here from American Legion Post 61. Get an update what's going on there. Of course, Wreaths Across America. This is we'll tell you more about it, but a deadline's coming up if you want to donate towards a wreath for this year's Wreaths Across America campaign. So we'll talk all about that with Don. But first, your weather and a quick commercial break. Don't go away.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like high pressure will hang around the southwestern states over the next few days, and our holiday looks pretty good. Sunshine in mid-60s today. We're in the mid-30s and clear for the overnight hours, and it looks about the same for Thanksgiving Day. It'll be sunny with a few clouds, our afternoon high in the mid-60s. A little bit cooler on Friday, sunny and mid-50s. The weekend looks fair. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Asian Market brings the flavors of the East to Roswell. The market side has lots of new and different items, including new sauces and noodles to enhance your Asian dishes, plus new snacks and more. And the restaurant inside Asian Market has all Nook's favorites from 11 to 5, like wontons, egg drop, rice or noodle soup, crispy calamari, and the best barbecue fried rice in town. Dine in or call ahead for easy pickup. And find Asian Market on Facebook for updates on open times and specials.
Hi, this is Nok. Come see me at Asian Market, 5702 South Main in Roswell. Call 575-840-5309.
At Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium, we honor and pay tribute to the achievements of your loved one by celebrating the life you shared together. Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium is compassionate and cares about our local community and the families we serve here in southeastern New Mexico. Locally owned and operated, we will be here to help you decide how to celebrate the bond you've shared and pay tribute to the unique individual you've lost. Visit us at 2609 South Main in Roswell or call 622-5888.
Are you ready to make a real difference in your community? Introducing the New Mexico Army National Guard. Serve your community with pride and become a part-time hero. Join our dedicated team and enjoy the adventure of a lifetime. Get full-time benefits without sacrificing your current career or education. When disaster strikes and your community needs assistance, you'll be there to lend a helping hand. So don't miss out on the opportunity to receive education, adventure, and financial stability, all while serving your country. Get started by calling 1-800-GO-GUARD.
At Artesia General Hospital, our emergency department experts care for more than 10,000 people each year. Our emergency department is open 24 hours a day and there's always a doctor on duty. We specialize in advanced adult and pediatric life support and trauma services, making sure you have access to quality care when every second counts. From unexpected illness to serious injuries, you can trust our team to provide exceptional emergency care in any situation. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/emergency.
4 announcers, 3 or so questions, 2 radio stations, and 1 big game. Before the pregame show for this Saturday's NMAA 5A State Football Championship game, tune in to the First American Bank pregame preview. Hi, I'm Gene Dow, and it'll be my pleasure to chat with our Artesia and Roswell announcers. Joby Hodling and Robbie Ballou for the Bulldogs, Art Sandoval and Kelly McDonald of the Coyotes. It's all on the First American Bank pregame preview, Saturday, 12:15 from Bulldog Bowl on KSVP, Roswell's Talk FM, and KSVPTV.com.
A good night's sleep is so important, and issues like sleep apnea make falling asleep and staying asleep nearly impossible, but we can help. I'm Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental. With the help of a simple oral appliance, your sleepless nights could be a thing of the past. But don't take my word for it, just ask Lainey.
My name is Lainey Smith. I wasn't surprised when I found out I had sleep apnea simply because I had a horrible sleep pattern. I attempted to use the machine and it drove me nuts and I could not sleep with it. And then that's when Dr. Agger told me about the oral appliance. I would suspect I've been using it for 2 years now. In all of that time, I've had less than 10 poor nights of sleep. It's a complete game changer. I feel a lot better because I sleep.
This simple appliance can change your life. Call us today to set up your appointment so you can finally get the good night's sleep you need.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 575-622-4455.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from American Legion Post 61 family here in Roswell, Don Weld back with us. Morning, Don.
Good morning, Mike. How you doing?
Doing good. You all ready for Thanksgiving?
Sure.
I think I was seeing, I wasn't available to help because I was busy doing radio stuff, but I did see, looks like we as American Legion family got to share about, 16 or so turkeys?
16 turkeys.
With various organizations in the community here over the next week. We got them all distributed yesterday.
We did. Actually, Monday we did.
Monday
we got them all distributed. Thanks, shout out to Leprino for giving those to us to pass out.
Yeah, they've done this for a couple years now with us, and
we really
give us a batch of
appreciate
turkeys and use us as kind of the conduit to get those out to everybody.
Yeah.
So we do thank them for that.
We're the what's that group that delivers food?
Oh, we're the
Grubhub or something.
Yeah, we're the DoorDash.
DoorDash.
I was starting to think of the old Doherty's, or now I think they're called Yellow or something. But where they used to deliver the frozen food to your house. Remember those?
Yep.
Those trucks. Schwann's used to be the Schwann's.
Schwann's. That's right. You know, they still have one of those here in town.
They do. They're called Yellow now.
Are they?
Yeah, Schwann's company, and I think it's not spelled like Yellow. It's like Yello or something like that. But it's Yellow.
Oh, that's where that came. I've seen those.
Yeah, and that's the artist formerly known as Schwann's is now Yellow.
Yeah, here you go.
But thank you to Leprino, and we're so glad, and thank you to all of our folks that including Don here, who was one of the spearhead of that, making sure that all those turkeys got to the different organizations that are doing their stuff here. So
Salvation Army was one of them.
Yeah, that I think the Refuge got 1 or 2, or I don't remember off the top of my head.
It was
the Joy Center got some.
Joy Center,
yeah,
Joy Center got some, and Salvation Army, and over off of Bland. Oh, what's the name of that place?
Oh,
anyway, it's for the. It's not Assurance Home. It's for the battered wives thing.
Oh, the Refuge, Roswell Refuge.
Right, I think that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But either way, they were giving out to the families and everybody, and we're very thankful that they use us to do that.
Yep.
One of our other things that we're kind of really this time of season is kind of one of our big passion projects for us as an American Legion family is the Wreaths Across America campaign. You may have heard the commercial going or heard me talk about this. Wreaths Across America is a national organization that helps veterans. They do scholarships. They do all kinds of things for families of particularly fallen veterans, things like that. But one of their visible parts of what they do, and one of the ways they generate income for the good work that they do, is they sell wreaths that are designed to go on the graves of soldiers in local communities. And they ask the public to spend $17 to basically donate a wreath. And so what's going to happen is if you go to our American Legion website, roswelllegion.org, you can go right there. In the middle of the page there, you're going to see a link for Wreaths Across America. If you click
donate.
Yeah, or to donate it. But it says Wreaths Across America,
and then
donate.
It'll connect you to wreaths.
And then it'll take you to the page there.
Right.
And there you can kind of learn about what they do and all of this. But what we're doing is we're asking folks to, we're trying to have a goal of 300 wreaths. I think we could break it, actually. But of 300 wreaths so we can place, the majority of those wreaths would go on the Memory Lawn Cemetery, which is kind of our passion place where we actually are responsible for maintaining and making, getting it back fixed up. That's been kind of our project over the last couple of years. We hope you notice it looks a lot nicer out there than it used to several years ago. And that's the thing.
Thanks to Ralph.
Ralph and some hard work for some folks like Ralph here, and we appreciate them. But
and Frank Everett.
Yes, absolutely. But that being said, we want to put as many wreaths there. We're going to put a wreath also here downtown at the Veterans Memorial. And we'd like to get some extras to put down at South Park for the veterans there, too, as well. So we'd like to have a goal of 300. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting closer, and we'd love to break that record. But if you'd like to support, you have until November 29th, which is just a few short days away.
Next week.
To get in on for this year. Now, the link is open and active all year round, so even after the 29th, you can still donate. However, the wreath will count towards next year. It'll go to 2024.
Right.
But if you do want to get it so that we have to pay towards a wreath for this year, you can go to roswelllegion.org, click on that link for Wreaths Across America right in the middle there, and then you can do you can buy one wreath. I think there's a deal where you can buy 10 of them, or there's package deals. So whatever works best for you.
Buy 50.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever works best for you. And we can do that. And then what's going to happen next is on December 16th, I believe it is, the wreaths will show up. I think it's around the 16th. Don't quote me, but it's in the. I remember it did in the commercial, and I want to say it's right around that date. I don't have it in front of me, but the wreaths will come in. And so we're going to have our crews together at like 9 in the morning that day, and we're going to start receiving the wreaths from the Wreaths Across America people, but then start to distribute the wreaths on the various graves at Memory Lawn, and we'll distribute them till they're all gone, whether it's 300, 3, or 3,000, whatever the number is we finally end up with. That's the number that we're going to do. So if you'd like to support, please do so. You can also do this in the name of a loved one. They have ways to do that through the Wreaths Across America, where you can do this to represent maybe a fallen family member that's a veteran, or just honor, or maybe, they're not fallen. Maybe you just want to honor your veterans or honor your loved ones through this great program. And like we said, there's ways that you can do it and post notes in memory of loved ones and things like that. Again, all that information is at the Wreaths Across America link there when you go to click it to purchase wreaths. But if you'd like to come out and volunteer with us, we're gonna try to get as many of our bodies out there to distribute graves. We usually get some of the scouts involved to help us out here, so it's all hands on deck. But the more the merrier. If you want to come out, be out there at 9 o'clock with us and help catch wreaths and come help place the wreaths on the graves of all of our fallen veterans, that would be a great thing. The more the merrier. Teaching. I always like if you're trying to teach your children kind of some of the American values, and we just spent this whole month of November talking about the importance of veterans and things like that. This is another way to kind of cement some of those lessons into your family, into your kids, and things like that.
You got it. This is a big deal to the Legion. We really got into this, and those wreaths are actually, if I have this right, those wreaths are actually made by veterans.
Oh, okay. So it's veteran from start to finish.
That's right.
From the making of them to the distributing and to the placement of the wreath.
I'm not 100% certain of that, but I think I got the information on that.
Okay.
That they hire veterans to do.
I like that even better.
They're all handmade.
Yes, yeah, these are all handmade wreaths, and like I said, these are designed to go, so they're not like your personal gifts for you to put on your own, homes and things.
No,
but it did go up a bit from last year. They were $15 this year; they're up to $17, but it's the cost of the world we live in.
Yeah, well, you got to pay those people too.
Absolutely, yeah. There is a cost of shipping and making, and people need to get paid for their services. That's
right.
How the world works.
That's right.
But we would love to get support. If you go to RoswellLegion.org, and maybe you have a Christmas gift for someone that's hard to shop for, and maybe you can dedicate a wreath to them.
There you go.
And say, hey, I know you're a strong supporter of the military and vets. You have everything you own. I dedicated some wreaths in your honor to some of our fallen veterans, and that would be a great way. And then we'd love to have you come out and help us distribute on the December 16th here. Come and do all that. Now, here's something I want to kind of stress is that all of the money that you donate for Wreaths Across, that's exactly what it goes towards. We don't even see it. It goes directly into the Wreaths Across America account.
Yeah.
And then it goes from there. So every penny you use goes right to that. Now, if you'd like to help out the Legion for other things, like we said, we are the keeper of the memory lawn and maintaining that. We also have a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout troop that we sponsor. We do a lot of work, out with our veterans and things like that. So if you want to help us financially to support the Legion, you can do so through the website as well. There is a Donate Now button that will go towards the Legion. And you can even earmark, like if you say, look, I hear you guys doing memory lawn, here's $100, put it towards memory lawns, gas bill, whatever, work towards that, then we will absolutely honor your wishes and do it that way. So
the meeting place for the Boy Scouts needs a new roof.
So that's our next thing
we
we're
got to work on that.
Okay.
So if you want to donate you want to help out the Boy Scouts.
And this building of which we speak is kind of a historic building.
Yes,
so it's
is.
one that we don't want to lose because of the
historic value
the history behind this building, but it does need some work. It needs some TLC, and I'm sure a lot of it's going to be done by the scouts and things like that. But we need the money. We need the money, and we need the resources to help them out. That's another great way. Again, RoswellLegion.org. You can donate through that. Say, hey, I heard you talking about the scouts and the scout hut. They need a roof. Here's $100. Goes towards that, and we'd be like, no problem.
And winter, they meet during the winter. Their heater system is not the greatest. That needs to be replaced too. So
that's right.
Good
news is they are Boy Scouts. They're prepared, so they you won't catch them freezing. But at the same time, it should be nice that they live in or work out of a building that is normally heated and cooled properly. So one group we do need to thank is the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. They pulled their resources together and donated $551 that's going to go directly towards the Wreaths Across America campaign. So we thank every single lady and fella from the Chaves County Federated Republican Women that cut checks and gave cash donations. You totaled up $551, which I saw, Lee, and I'm going to say, I think it says it pays for like 35 wreaths or something like that. I don't remember the number, but it was right around
30-something.
Yeah, right around 30-something wreaths. So 35 of our 300, courtesy directly of the Chaves County Federated Republic of Women. So big thank you to them.
And if we have anybody else out there that would like to do that, please let us know.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can't get online for some reason, you can always call me.
Yes. And like I said, we got the cash of them, so we're going to go deposit through our accounts and then take that 551 and transfer it right into the Wreaths Across America account. So we're so thankful to all the folks that donated to them to donate to us. We appreciate it, and we'll make sure that your donation gets represented at Memory Lawn Cemetery here for Christmas.
Yep,
it's a good.
We will do that. This is really important. I mean, we're just kind of giving back to those veterans who gave a portion of their life, and in some cases, all of their life. And this is just a way of honoring them.
Absolutely.
Like we do.
And the real one is the one in between, where they gave a portion of their life, but they're dealing with the consequences of that their whole life.
Yes.
And that's and these are the people that we want to support and help. And to be honest, we as a Legion Post, we're very veteran centric in helping veterans, but we get involved in so many things that involve the kids and the community that we really are. I mean, between our scouting stuff, that's all about the future and setting the table. But when we do these little bits with the turkeys and all that, that's just us saying, hey, where can we roll our sleeves and pitch in and help out a little bit
for the community?
Doing that. That's how veterans roll. We just, we're not gonna. And to be honest, we don't really advertise that kind of stuff. I just happen to be on the radio, so I get the chance to brag on our post a little bit, but none of them do it for this, and quite frankly, don't always want the attention on some of this. Some you do. Things like Wreaths Across America, we want to get the word out because we want the public to get involved. But like our turkey thing, we don't tell everybody we're giving them turkeys. We just collect them, and then we call the different organizations, hey, we came across some turkeys. Yeah. Could you use them? We don't advertise that or anything. I did here on the radio because I can, but that's not why they do it or normally look for anything to do that.
That's another thing. Now, this, of course, Thanksgiving this year is all pretty much wound up here.
Yeah.
But if you have an organization that does things like this, Christmas turkeys, Thanksgiving turkeys, and you need turkeys, give us a call and we'll find a way to get you some turkeys for
shoot us a message on our website or call us. You'll find all of our ways to contact us through roswelllegion.org. That's why I want to steer as many people there as possible, because if you need to call, you'll find phone numbers of who you need to call. If you want to learn more about all of our things, including our scholarship program, to our various tentpole things that we sponsor. And, of course, we're always looking for more Legionnaires to be a part of our family. We have really three active branches of our American Legion Post 61 family. We have our Legionnaires, which are our veterans that serve as the main branch. We have our auxiliary, which are your spouses of veterans, and then we have our sons, which are the title Sons of Veterans here, there are three separate entities that have their own meetings and everything else, but at the same time, we kind of work and move as a family unit. So events like this, we do together, all of it together. And so we work a little bit different. We have an auxiliary, we have a Legionnaires, we have our sons, but we're all one big Post 61 family. And there's many times where the Legionnaires are working with the auxiliary on a sewing project, and the auxiliary is working with the sons on their pancakes, and vice versa. That's how it all goes.
That's right.
So, it's so if you'd like to learn more about that, become a Legionnaire or become a son or an auxiliary member. We would love to come see what we're all about. We always, pretty much every Thursday, obviously tomorrow is going to be a little different because of the Thanksgiving holiday.
No, there won't be anything tomorrow.
Yeah, but pretty much every Thursday around 6 o'clock, if you go to First United Methodist Church, our Legionnaires are represented there. We have our official meetings the first Thursday of every month, so that's the important one. We're all the Legionnaire, but our auxiliary and some of our other volunteers and things usually are out there working on either charity bears or whatever sewing projects, crafting projects, Quilt for Valor, something like that. They're always working on a project like that.
Some kind of project.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Very active auxiliary group.
Yeah, I think they just finished their Quilt for Valor quilt. I think, are they back to charity bears now, or are they still working on that one?
Let me see. The other night they were still, I think they're still trying to make a final decisions on the Quilt of Valor. But
okay.
I think
but as far as the construction
done.
of it, it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
So good. Which, if you want to learn about Quilts for Valor, RoswellLegion.org, another place you can learn more about that great way to do things and get involved too. So absolutely important there on that. But we would love to have your support here for Wreaths Across America. Again, you have till the 29th to get your orders turned in to count towards this year's wreaths.
Right.
If you space out on it and it's like December 1, you're like, oh, dang it, I forgot to do it. No problem. Do it now. And you will be our first in line for next year's batch of wreaths. Because if we can collect 300 this year, we're going to need more than that for next year. Because we got to beat ourselves. That's the whole point of making goals, is so you can break them the next year. So you will get us an early jump towards next year if you.
And there we focus on Memory Lawn.
Yes.
And there's about 300 veterans interred there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're finding out that there are a couple of veterans out there that their graves aren't marked as veterans.
Gotcha. So there might be a few more we don't know about.
Yeah. And so as we go along here and learn more about it, we may have more than 300.
Yeah. And so we're So
we
will never
building that up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We will never not have enough wreaths to cover everyone in Roswell.
What we don't do at Memory Lawn, we'll take down to McBride or
down
one of
to
the
South
others.
Park or wherever. You know, this is what we want to do. We would love to see every single veteran's grave in our community have a wreath on it during the Christmas holiday season.
It'd be a good way to honor them.
Honor them, raise awareness. And to be honest, yes, this money goes back to the great work that Wreaths Across America, the scholarships, the working with veterans' families and things like that. So these wreaths, I mean, part of it goes to the construction and the vets that make the wreaths and all the distribution of it.
Sure.
But the profit, so to speak, will go back to these scholarships and programs and helping veterans and veterans' families in need across the country. They do really great work. So it's we have some great organizations. Tunnel to Towers is one that comes to mind as a great organization helping law enforcement, first responders, and great work like that. Wreaths Across America is in that same vein of Tunnel to Towers, but helping veterans and military as far as the quality of the type of stuff they do. Wreaths Across America is that same.
And they really are beautiful wreaths.
Oh, yeah.
They're really well done.
Mm-hmm.
We put them out, and then later on after the New Year, we'll pick them up.
Yes, we'll collect them. They just don't blow way down to Lubbock or wherever they go.
We don't just leave them out there, but we do for a period of time.
We maintain them and make sure that they aren't sitting there for all eternity till next year.
Right.
We pay the respects to which they're supposed to be.
Oh, I got my truck back.
Yeah, that's right. You're truckless right now because you're getting work done on the truck.
Yeah, I've got some major work being done on my truck, so I don't have the hauling abilities that I normally have.
And when you don't have it, is when you want it the most, right?
My truck.
It's like one of those things, like in the house, like if you run out of chips or something.
Yeah,
and you probably didn't even want chips.
And
if there was a full bag of chips in there, you probably wouldn't even want them. But the moment they're out, you're like, I want chips.
I want chips. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. The truck's not available. Now all you want to do is haul stuff and do stuff with your truck.
Yeah.
But the moment you get back, you're like, I got nothing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I know how that works. But please, if you have any questions about anything, RoswellLegion.org is the website. You can learn all about the American Legion Post 61 family and all the different things we do. If you want to support Wreaths Across America, click that link right in the middle there. Or if you want to support our Legion, there is a Donate Now button to support on all our other stuff. But if it's Wreaths Across America, that Wreaths link directly in the middle of the page, that's the one you want to go to. If you just want to cut us a big check for everything else, hit the Donate Now or call one of the numbers there.
There you go.
And, of course, like you said, if you're an organization that's doing Christmas or in the need of some turkeys and things for Christmas season, we'll be doing our thing again. Reach out to us, let us know. And,
we'll find some.
And we'll work on helping you get those needs because that's kind of what we do. That's a good thing about veterans. Say what you want about veterans. Veterans are skilled and adept at acquiring things when you think they're not acquirable.
That's right.
That's kind of a veteran's jam. Right. We may not be able to do certain things, but when you need something and they're kind of scarce, veterans know a guy or know a way, or usually there's always between the pool of us. There's a way to rework or reimagine or re-engineer what we need to do to get what we need.
You learn that when you're in the service.
Yes.
How to procure things that aren't procurable.
Yeah. It makes me laugh. Speaking of that is my career in the Air Force. Like I see a lot of things online now where people are flying in airplanes and they see speed tape on the airplane wing or something, and it's kind of flapping tape. And a lot of course, it freaks people out. They say, "What are you doing? You're taping the wing on there." And this is where my military days go. And it's like, that's ingenuity at its finest. That is the military's version of duct tape. When you can't fix it, duck it. This is speed tape. Speed tape is actually tape that they can literally tape onto a wing or something. Now, it's not going to keep a wing on an airplane, but if there's loose panels and things like that, that speed tape is FAA approved and works just good. and it does a good job. But yes, I can see it's a little unnerving when you see a guy taping things onto the wing and like, that's the plane I'm going to get into. The guy's taping the wing back
wait
together.
a minute here.
But no, that is normal operating procedure in there. And trust me, the military ingenuitized speed tape, and they were doing it. You think you got it scary on your 747 with that? Try that on an F-15 or an F-16. They think it goes Mach 2.
Yeah.
And see, if you're a little bit more trusting in that tape.
Yeah.
Ask
the pilot of that plane.
Yeah, exactly. It's good tape. It looks a little crass, I get, but it's okay. You're not going to die if you see speed tape on your plane.
Right.
But again, that's just the point of military ingenuity. They do things, and we
get around things.
Absolutely. So if you do have that need, reach out to us and see what we can turn our little veteran magic on it and see if we can do that. But we're always looking for more people to be a part of our family. If there's veterans listening and you're looking for a place to connect or do something, I will tell you this, our Post 61, we're very service oriented. We do not have a bar or anything like that. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's just not what our Legion's about.
Right.
We're more into the service side of things. We have like we said, a Boy Scout troop and a Cub Scout pack that we sponsor. We meet at First United Methodist Church. That's our home. We have they're kind enough to carve out a little office for us there in the church facility there, and so that's where we meet, and we keep our overhead as little as possible. So most of the money we get goes to scholarships or turkeys or events,
whatever else we need to do
across America or events like that too, or from time to time just us going and buying something for a veteran or for a community that needs something there. That's I don't know how many times we have our little chat messages and, hey, someone needs something here. Are we good with doing that, something for them? And then everyone votes, yeah. And next thing you know, we turn around and there we
find a way to do it.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's the important thing.
Yeah, but again, RoswellLegion.org for Wreath Across America, anything related to our organization. And we would love to see you out December 16th out there with us distributing the wreaths. Bundle up. It is the middle of December. Probably going to be a little chilly that morning. But we would love to, and we're going to all meet at Memory Lawn Cemetery there on 19th.
19th.
Just go east on 19th, and you'll run right into us. We'll be on the left there. As if you're coming from Main Street.
Right.
If you come the other way, we'll be on your right. But if you're coming from Main Street, we'll be there on your left.
Yeah, if you're coming down Red Bridge, you're going to turn there at 19th.
Yes, exactly.
And you'll see the flagpole up there.
Yeah, we got that was one of the things that we got back and got into, and see our big POWMI flag and American flag up there and all of that. But we'll meet there at 9 a.m. on December 16th, hopefully with a big old semi-tractor trailer full of wreaths that we're going to be unloading. And
actually, yeah, we may. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check on that. We get those wreaths delivered.
Okay.
And then we take them out there.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking they'd actually meet us out at the cemetery.
We may, depending on what day they're going to deliver.
Okay.
We may actually do that.
Okay. So more to come on that, the logistics.
Yeah.
But we know December 16th, 9 a.m., we're going to be at Memory Lawn passing out wreaths, whether they're there already or we're bringing them from another part of town.
Right.
We'll make that happen. So,
yeah.
Good deal. Is anything we missed? Did we get it all done?
I think so. I think we've pretty well covered everything. Just reiterating that we do need members.
Always
if you're a
for more.
veteran, please come out and join us. We need all the help we can get, both within the Legion and to do the things we as the Legion want to do.
Absolutely.
We're community oriented.
More people, bigger projects, bigger things we can get involved in. So we would love to do that. And we have a lot of fun and camaraderie too. It's not all about work. We're not curmudgeons. We do have fun and like to socialize and eat and do all the fun things that we do. Just because we don't have a bar, don't mean we don't have a social aspect. We have a very much social aspect.
We've had a couple of really good community or Legion dinners.
Absolutely,
and get
pretty
together.
much if you show up on Thursday with like a sandwich or something, there's right. That's pretty much coming around 5 o'clock or something. Bring your dinner and sit down and have a little camaraderie with us. But
I usually get there around 5 and open up, and everybody else get 5:30 and 6.
Yeah,
the Cub Scouts meet at 6, so
okay.
Most Thursdays.
I imagine it's pretty funny on those days where the jazzercise people are there, and they're all working out, and then you're sitting there eating your like Arby's hamburger or Arby's roast beef sandwich.
There you go.
While they're doing jazzercise like 10 feet away. That's a little funny in my head, but that's just me.
We don't really do that, but still, that would be even fun. We ought to try that sometime. Come in and go downstairs and watch them do their jazzercise while we eat.
You're sitting there eating your pizza and your sandwiches. That'd be pretty good.
Taco Bell.
That would be pretty funny.
Wiener Schnitzel.
I don't know if they'd be mad or motivated. I'm not sure which.
Yeah,
it could be helping. I
go.
don't know. Maybe they're going to step it up now.
There you
want
go.
that taco? Pick up the pace.
I haven't seen them much on Thursday nights lately. I think they moved.
Yeah, they may have moved a different night,
or
different location. I don't know.
Right.
But
so
good deal. But please, love to see you. Come on out. RoswellLegion.org is our website. We do have a Facebook page as well. You can shoot a message there, and we'll get back to you too. As always, Dom, appreciate it. And if I don't see you before, have a happy Thanksgiving yourself.
You too.
And you got? Are you going to somewhere to eat turkey, or
I am.
are they coming to you?
I have some friends that we're all going to get together and each provide a little bit.
A little potluck kind of thing.
Yeah,
that'll be
you
nice.
Bring this and you bring that, and I'll bring this.
Now Don can cook. I've had some of his corned beef and things. So what are you in charge of?
Actually, I'm going to do candied sweet potatoes.
Oh, okay.
And a pecan pie.
Ah, so you're in charge of the sweet tooth for Thanksgiving. Good deal.
My pecan pies are infamous or famous. I can't figure out which.
Well, very good. Well, save me a piece. We'll determine it.
We'll try that.
Good.
Yeah.
But thank you, Don. Appreciate everything you do.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you
have a happy Thanksgiving.
for everything you do.
Yeah, I got the easy part. I just turn on a button, microphone, and talk
there you
to
go.
the thing. But we will see you next time.
Yes.
All right.
We'll make arrangements for that.
Yes, very good. It is 8:53. Let us pause for news. Your Cowboys report. You're welcome. There's a giving of thanks. You get your Cowboys report. And by the way, you're also welcome when my team hands you a victory tomorrow, because if Dallas does not beat the Commanders by like 30 points tomorrow, you guys are in trouble. The Commanders are bad, and you should beat them by 30. And if you do not, then shame on you and your whole community, because you should beat that team. Don't be proud when you win tomorrow, because you should.
Yeah.
This team is a turmoil and chaos. They are just, the coaches. He might even make it to the weekend for all we know. He's not in good shape. So, but anyway, that's coming up next. Don't go away.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Tickets for Saturday's state championship game are now on sale. Download the GoFan app on your phone. Just search Artesia High School, and that's where you'll find the tickets to purchase. Video streaming of the game will be provided only on the NFHS network. However, that does require a $12 purchase. Of course, KSVP will have audio play-by-play. The Republican Party urging New Mexico's state Supreme Court this week to strike down a congressional map that has divvied up a politically conservative oil-producing region into multiple districts as it reshaped a swing district along the U.S. border with Mexico. The High Court heard oral arguments without ruling Monday on the congressional map from Democrat state lawmakers. The Democrats say a congressional swing district in southern New Mexico remains competitive even with the ouster of a Republican incumbent in last year's election. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
Hey everyone, with your Cowboys report, I'm Christy Scales. Ahead of tomorrow's Commanders-Cowboys Thanksgiving Day game, All-Pro Micah Parsons shares a footballless family story after this.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas. And Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Becky Hammond on being the first woman to coach in the NBA.
What if it's no big deal that I'm a woman? What if it's about striving for excellence and being the best me without the label?
It's not about where others say you should be. It's about where you want to go. It's about a financial services company that focuses on your measures of success. Whether it's for your home or business, we offer personalized service and expert advice to help you achieve your unique goals.
Visit swbc.com for financial services without the labels.
Tomorrow, the Cowboys' Thanksgiving Day tradition continues. This time, the game is against the Commanders. And if you're like so many millions of fans gathered with family to watch football, it was the same for most Cowboys players growing up, including All-Pro defender Micah Parsons, who now has family coming to watch him in person.
I like when certain family members are in town. It gives you something to look for, especially some of my uncles and stuff, because they're in the military and things like that, and you don't get to see them as much, so I was like, man, what you doing for Thanksgiving? Like, why don't you come out? He's like, can't afford it. I said, don't worry about it. I sent them no flights over. I said, I might have to get me a Forrest Roman so I can finally give him the football. So he's some good luck for sure.
Tomorrow afternoon's kickoff right here on your radio dial is 3:30 Central, pregame 2:30 Central, and yes, we will carry the Dolly Parton halftime show. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like high pressure will hang around the southwestern states over the next few days, and our holiday looks pretty good. Sunshine in mid-60s today. We're in the mid-30s and clear for the overnight hours, and it looks about the same for Thanksgiving Day. It'll be sunny with a few clouds, our afternoon high in the mid-60s. A little bit cooler on Friday, sunny and mid-50s. The weekend looks fair. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
All across America, this is the Lou Dobbs Business Report.
I'm Lou Dobbs. Stocks stall ahead of the holiday. Investors guessing after mixed retail reports. Today, the last day of trading ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Wall Street closed tomorrow, an abbreviated session Friday. The closing bell set for 1 o'clock Eastern. Wall Street's November rally stalling this week. The Dow Jones Industrials down more than 60 points yesterday. The S&P suffering its first losing session in more than a week of trading. The Nasdaq finished down 84 points. Wall Street reacting to the latest Fed meetings. The Fed still committed to reaching its target of 2% inflation. Dick's raising its holiday shopping outlook, while Lowe's forecasting slower revenue. American Eagle shares tumbled 15% after the company slashed its guidance. GM will host a business update next week. Details coming on new UAW contracts and the latest from its cruise segment. Two key members of the cruise leadership team stepping down in recent weeks. The self-driving unit has lost more than $8 billion since 2017. GM's call with Wall Street analysts scheduled for next Wednesday. Please join me twice each weekday for the Lou Dobbs Business Report right here.
Business news you need to know. Keep listening for more. This is the Lou Dobbs Business Report.
One in every 5 businesses gets hacked. Why? Security requires identifying how many computers your business has. You probably don't know, and your cybersecurity team likely doesn't know either. Most companies underestimate their vulnerability points by 15% or more. Payment processors, printers, and other network devices. Arison's Cyber Z Suite pinpoints and secures these devices and ensures total system coverage. Call Arison 908-878-7717. 908-878-7717. Arison 908-878-7717.
Something big is coming to Roswell Nissan. Invoice pricing. You heard that right. Invoice pricing on all new Nissan vehicles on the lot. And that means your dream ride is within reach. So whether you're eyeing the sleek sophistication of a Sentra, the adventurous spirit of a Rogue, or the powerful roar of a Titan, they've got it all, and it's waiting for you at Roswell Nissan at Invoice Pricing. Brace yourself for the best pricing and the best savings of the entire year during Roswell Nissan's all-week-long Black Friday sale. Now through Saturday at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Big O Tire's biggest Black Friday sale is here. For a limited time, get unbeatable savings on the tire brands you know and trust, plus savings on brakes, oil changes, air filters, and more, all with multiple financing options tailored to you. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online at bigotires.com or stop in today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Million Americans are on the move this week. And ahead of Thanksgiving, President Biden urges Americans to be grateful.
The president said we have so much to be thankful for as a nation, as Americans gather with family and friends and enjoy holiday traditions.
We can all give thanks to the gift that is our nation.
He's also thankful for the men and women in the U.S. Armed Forces and their families. He said, we owe them big. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Israel and Hamas have agreed to a 4-day pause in the fighting in Gaza. This will allow for the release of 50 hostages, mainly women and children, being held by Hamas, and 150 Palestinian women and teenagers in Israeli custody. It's believed that several Americans are among the Hamas hostages to be set free. Israel saying it remains committed to obliterating Hamas. North Korea claims a new eye in the sky, reporting the successful launch of a military spy satellite, and South Korea is reacting.
A working spy satellite has long been on Kim Jong-un's wish list. It would allow him to monitor the movements of South Korean and U.S. troops here on the peninsula and to plan his own nuclear attacks more precisely. In response, Seoul has announced it will restart surveillance operations along its border with the north.
The BBC's Jean McKenzie reporting from Seoul, South Korea. Stocks are higher on Wall Street. The Dow is up 94 points. The Nasdaq Composite Index ahead 56 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too. For over 30 years, it's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another $150 savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's November 30th. So call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number. 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE. 844-45-BIBLE.
The Office of Ukraine's president reports one civilian has died in the south over the past 24 hours. At least 10 other people were injured.
In southern Berislav, where the Russian army dropped several dozen aerial bombs, a 65-year-old man died under the rubble of his own house, and 3 other city residents were injured. During the shelling of 3 dozen cities and villages in the Kherson region, at least 4 civilians were killed. In the eastern Donetsk region, 1 person was injured in the town of Selidov, where the Russians destroyed a hospital earlier this week, and rescuers continue to clear the rubble. In the area of the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, the Russians shelled Nikopol on the opposite side of the Dnieper River, wounding 2 men and damaging residential buildings. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The German defense minister vows to keep supporting Ukraine in its fight with Russia, pledging further military aid worth $1.4 billion. News and analysis, townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals, too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3 of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, the day at which all of you are either running around with like your hair's on fire because you're trying to get everything done, or you're sleeping and chilling right now.
It's actually, it's really nice knowing that we got the hectic Thanksgiving out of the way on Friday. Because now we're still going to probably do something tomorrow, and there's still going to be some food. But nobody's really stressed out about it. And it's not like food for 1,000 now. It's just kind of like food for 5.
Yeah.
So
I like the group, the small gathering. 6 to 10. That's a good.
It's way better. The only problem is now, and this is something I don't usually think about mistakenly until the morning of Thanksgiving. But today I actually thought about it. How do I watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade without having access to cable? So I'm trying to figure out where I can watch an NBC stream or live stream. I think they might show it on YouTube. I'm not sure, but I think they show it by New York time.
So imagine it'd be on Peacock if you had that, but
I just don't know if they do live. You know what? They might actually have it live on. I'll have to check into that.
See, like Paramount Plus, like if you have Paramount Plus, you can watch your local CBS affiliate anytime.
Right.
There.
I don't know if it works that way for the Peacock app. I'm pretty sure they have some stuff that's live. I don't know if it's their NBC local.
Yeah, and that's what I wasn't sure. And like Hulu does live stuff, but but none of the NBC stuff is under Hulu. It's either Fox or ABC there.
Not
so
really sure.
I don't know.
By the way, did anybody wake up to the Android update where your clock is poofier?
Do you think you could like do it over the air, like get a little wire, digital antenna jobber,
maybe.
and see
I
if you could pick up NBC that way?
I mean, I guess it's possible, but I haven't really thought about getting bunny ears for that TV in a while. But I'm searching for Macy, and nothing's coming up on Peacock, so not looking good.
Or maybe the Macy's website?
Possibly there. Well, I know they have it on YouTube, but like I said, it's on New York time.
Right. So you'd have to get up at
like 5
in the morning to get the.
Well, no, because let's see.
Would it be on demand if it's on YouTube? Like you turn it on when you turn it on?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
if it is live, you couldn't rewind it, could you?
It's more of the whole
till it's done.
It's more of the, and this is where I'm weird because like I hate watching like Pawn Stars, shows like that because they're so rife with commercial breaks. I don't mind the live commercial breaks when I'm watching the Macy's parade, stuff like that, because like you get the when we come back, Jason Aldean and the cast of Sesame Street on this 99th Macy's Thanksgiving Day, which, by the way, 99 years.
Is that it?
Did you know the first one? And this sounds so much better. They used, they didn't have giant balloons. What they did have was animals on loan from the Central Park Zoo that they just walked through the streets of New York.
Nice.
Doesn't that just sound awesome? I mean, yeah, we have a 94-foot inflatable Bluey, but they had a Bengal tiger on a small rope walking through New York City with kids shaking popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that sounds like a parade.
Well, I did see a video on the X earlier, like a week or two ago, of a bear in a sidecar on a motorcycle just waving and hanging out with people.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was like legit like in the parade waving and I'm just saying that's a bear. At any point in time.
Are we 100% sure it wasn't just a dude in a very intricate bear costume?
I don't think so because it looked like a bear. It was built like a bear, shaped like a bear. It didn't look like anything I saw at Chuck E. Cheese. It didn't look like any of those lost Bigfoot footage things. I think it was a real bear. I'm thinking it was a probably a bear that was in the circus or something.
You could train a bear to do, but that's the thing. You could train
still a bear.
Yeah.
Like, at what point does that bear say, you know what? I don't feel like being in this motorcycle cart. Oh, look, there's a bunch of people. They look delicious.
Exactly. All he would have to do is just go, "Hey, you driver." Bat.
Right.
Dead.
That's my
just
point.
Dead.
Like, I don't care. He's the coolest bear in the world, but at the end of the day, he's still a bear. And one day he might be saying, "What am I doing? I'm a bear. I don't dance for these people."
Yep. I watch. There's a TikTok series about this guy who he has randomly befriended a giant gray wolf. And he'll go out and just interact with it and pet it and play with it.
It's always end badly.
I'm saying, have you ever seen, what was that movie?
Yeah, the guy who got the bear.
The bear.
He hung out with the bear. I feel like there was a lion one too that happened.
There was probably a lion one. Well, no, the lion one, I think, which there's a whole thing about that. There was a guy who raised this lion and then released it into captivity and then went back a year later and the lion recognized him. But I've also heard people say that video cuts off before the lion actually loses it and starts just mauling the guy. So I've heard both.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. But either way, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I'm great.
No,
I'm real
I'll
good.
look at him at the zoo. But I am not befriending a bear or any other animal like that.
Men and women much better than I fought for my right to be on the top of the food chain. And I'm going to stay up here in my high tower away from the aminals. Thank you very much.
Well, it's no different than when you see like these rich Arabs that have a pet lion or a pet polar bear or something like that, or they have a Bengal tiger for a pet. You're just like, come on. And then they always show them in their palatial mansion palace, rolling around on this Turkish rug with a 600-pound tiger, and you're just like, what is wrong with you?
One time you pet him the wrong way, you serve him the wrong type of fancy feast, you're done.
Exactly.
You are done.
He accidentally swipes at you. You're Dunsky. Yeah, I just, I was like, I'm just waiting to see the aftermath of all of those.
But
family eaten by tiger.
What's funny is the inverse of that is also true. In the very, very, very cash-strapped Florida Everglades, there was a huge rash of, I'm not even sure what it was. I think maybe it was the Jungle Book or some series of children's movies inspired a whole generation of kids to ask their parents for pet snakes.
Yeah, the pythons.
That then got released into the wild. And now it is an annual contest for people to bag pythons. It's a whole thing. They will the government.
Their environment. It's a thriving environment
because there's so many just random ball pythons that were released into the Everglades. And
the Florida environment is a breeder for all kinds of dangerous animals. I feel like if you want to go the place on the continent that's full of the most dangerous creatures, I got to give the tip of the nod to Australia.
Oh yeah,
as far as that,
no, 100%.
To me, Florida is America's Australia. If you want to find,
they need that on a sign. Welcome to Florida, America's Australia. Enter at your own risk.
They just have water moccasins and animals that are just I'll kill you.
They, but they don't have nearly the meth problem in Melbourne.
And they all turn them into farms and zoos for you to look at. It's yeah, you could dangle your foot in front of an alligator. We do it all the time, We like to wrestle them and tap on the head.
That's what I'm saying, though. Their Australia breeds people like Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Our Australia breeds people like Florida Man.
Tiger King.
Tiger King. Well, no, that was more a byproduct of Oklahoma.
I know, but, same.
And if you're going to come on my Sooner peeps, you best come correct. But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is their stock's much stronger than ours. Because they're breeding Steve Irwin, we're breeding Florida Man.
Yeah.
A random guy in a wife beater with 3 teeth.
Although, none of us got killed by a stingray, just saying.
Hey, you know what? He died doing what he loved.
He did. But to be honest, of all things, that man dealt with cobras and let's face it, yes, I get it. Stingrays do have the big thing, but in the world of animals that you think would kill you, stingray's not really on that list of the ones you're scared of.
In fairness, he studied on how to avoid most of, if not all of the stuff that he was encountering. He probably wasn't as versed on stingrays, I would just think.
Yeah.
But you got to imagine, it's somebody who's like worked their whole life to be like a professional bodybuilder, they're going to die from like choking on a sandwich or something. It's always going to be the thing you least expect.
Well, and let's face it, for kids, if you ever watched actual Steve Irwin show back in the day, every episode, his whole thing was to kind of get him a little angry and get him a little, so you can see them when you don't want to see them. And basically, he's like, "I'll show you now. So when you're out in the wild, you don't do this."
He's nice and calm right now. Watch this. Hey, rocks.
It's kind of how he rolled, So
yeah. Well, you're trying to get,
In all fairness, it probably was a matter of time.
Aiming for the money shot. You're trying to get that shock value.
Exactly. So, but anyway, we do have the Roswell Community Little Theater folks joining us here in just a few minutes. This Saturday, after you're done turkeying it up and shopping until your wallets fall out, we got Santa's Talent Search Saturday night at Roswell Community Little Theater. So save $5. Don't spend all your money Black Friday shopping. Save $5 so you can come on out and enjoy Santa's Talent Search. But we're going to have community theater folks join us here in just a bit. Tell us all about that.
Mike's going to be channeling his inner Thurl Ravenscroft.
There you go. Well, 'tis the season. I can load up on stuffing and whatnot, and that'll put me in that place.
You got to respect somebody like Thurl Ravenscroft who made a career off a 5-pack a day habit. I mean, props to the guys like, you know what? I'm going to make this work for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're known for a thing and you got a thing,
that's right.
You got to do the thing to make the thing happen. So
he was great.
Is that the same guy?
Yeah. Tony the Tiger. Same guy.
I didn't realize it's the same voice there.
The original, at least. I'm sure. It's not anymore, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously, there's been several since.
Yeah, the original Tony the Tiger.
I swear to God, there was a couple commercials about 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago. The guy that was doing Tony's voice, I swear, I thought was Seth Rogen. Like, there was a certain laugh and a certain...
They did one with him.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Like, it was just a certain angle, and I feel like...
No, but you know what? It wasn't him doing Tony the Tiger. It was him on a Zoom call with Seth Rogen. Like, it was Tony the Tiger and Seth Rogen doing a Zoom call. It was like during the pandemic.
Okay.
And I think they were talking about how funny Seth's voice is.
Yeah.
So there has been some tie-in there.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think he's done the voice, though.
Okay, because I swear this guy sounded like Seth Rogen doing Tony the Tiger. Like it was like, "You're great." That deal. It was that whole thing. So,
I'm genuinely curious, though.
And I feel like Shaq was involved, too, in that commercial. But I'm sure it wasn't. It just, in my head, it turned that way. So, all right, it is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock while Sean looks up.
I'll be working on it. I'll be doing my research.
While he'll be doing his digging on Seth Rogen and Frosted Flakes and Tony the Tiger. We'll get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like high pressure will hang around the southwestern states over the next few days, and our holiday looks pretty good. Sunshine and mid-60s today. We're in the mid-30s and clear for the overnight hours, and it looks about the same for Thanksgiving Day. It'll be sunny with a few clouds, our afternoon high in the mid-60s. A little bit cooler on Friday, sunny and mid-50s. The weekend looks fair. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 44 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 53%. Winds are calm at the moment. Sunny today. Expect a high of 65 degrees. Pleasant. Yep. Winds will be out of the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies, looking at an overnight low of 34, so just a scooch above freezing tonight. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour for your Thanksgiving Day. I think quite pleasant. A beautiful day. Sunny. 65 for a high tomorrow. Winds will be out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. They will shift to the southeast later in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 37. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For your Black Friday, things will cool down. Sunny skies, a high of only 48 Friday. Winds will be out of the northeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Looking at the weekend, Saturday, partly cloudy, 57 for a high. So if you're going out to Artesia for the championship game, bundle up accordingly. Might need a light coat there. Sunday, we're going to be in the 40s once again, 46 for a high under partly cloudy skies. And then when everyone wakes up back to school and back to the routine on Monday, partly cloudy, 51 for a high there. So that's what we're looking at.
I have a small update.
Yes.
According to Cisco Miranda on X, This coming from August 18th, 2020, back when it was still Twitter. Pretty sure I just saw a commercial that @Seth Rogen was voicing Tony the Tiger. In response, Seth Rogen, you did not.
So that confirms it?
You got to love Twitter because you do get the Instagram. Yeah, and then the person was like, dang, well, wishful thinking, I guess. And somebody responded, you must have been very high.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Well,
that answers that question.
Me too, because I thought I heard him.
It's a real Mandela effect.
That's right. 9:21, we're going to take a quick 3.5-minute commercial break. Then we're going to talk with the folks on the Roswell Community Theater and talk Santa's Talent Search. That's up next. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keon at Carabelli Dental. Same-day smiles are what we do. My passion is helping patients chew, talk, and live with confidence. That's why I'm one of the few doctors in the U.S. who can create beautiful same-day smiles with the latest digital implant technology. This procedure is life-changing. Just ask Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I've been that voice that you've heard on the radio for most of my life, but I'm also a dad to 2 amazing kids. I've had a million reasons to smile, but in all my old pictures, I was never smiling. Truth is that life of improper care and being dealt a bad hand genetically left me practically with no teeth. It affected everything from the way I ate, the way I talked, and of course how I interacted with people. And that's where Dr. Keon and Carabelli stepped in. They eased my fears. They explained every step of the process in a way that I could understand, and they made me feel almost like I was part of the team. And now, I can't stop smiling. I have so much more confidence, and I love looking in the mirror now. I can't explain how much of a difference Dr. Keon's dental implant process made for me.
Our team can help you find your smile too. Come see us at Carabelli Dental, 575-622-4455.
Today we're going to give you the 5th key to a great marriage, taken from Drs. Les and Leslie Perot. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage. The 5th key is commitment, living the love you promised.
Galatians 6:9 says, and let us not get tired of doing what is right, for after a while we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't get discouraged and give up. You know, one of the keys to commitment is just deciding in your heart, I'm never giving up on God, I'm never giving up on my marriage, I'm never giving up on my family.
Commitment is a promise made and kept by 2 imperfect people. It's good for our kids to see that problems happen and we're committed to solving them together.
If you want all 5 keys to a great marriage, you can go to our website at jomconference.com.
Check out the Thanksgiving specials you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Assorted Food Club whipped toppings are 88 cents each, and assorted Kraft mayos are $4.48 each. In produce, fresh green beans are $1.29 a pound, and 3-pound bags of sweet potatoes are just $1. In the meat department, Cook's shank portion bone-in hams are $1.67 a pound, and grade A honeysuckle white turkeys with pop-up timers are 99 cents a pound. Limit 1. These are just some of the Thanksgiving specials you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Are you looking for a way to serve your community? Look no further than the New Mexico Army National Guard. Whether it's disaster relief or defending our freedoms, the New Mexico Army National Guard is always ready to serve. Gain valuable skills, receive world-class training, and be a part of a team that makes a difference. Step up and become the best version of yourself. To join the New Mexico Army National Guard, call us at 1-800-GO-GUARD. That's 1-800-GO-GUARD.
It's back and bigger.
It's going to be intercepted.
And even better.
And has Beeman open. And he's got it. And there's a dump pass for another touchdown.
The XL Energy Wool Bowl is back Friday, December 1st in Roswell, New Mexico. New Mexico's only college football bowl game below I-40. Food trucks, kids zone, pregame concert with Will Bannister. Purchase tickets now for only $5 at woolbowl.net.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Community Little Theater, amongst other things, too. You guys are kind of involved in everything else here. Of course, Dan Coleman, Tricia Hart, and Are you performing? Or are you on the judge? And Matthew Palmer also here as well, but usually he's a contestant.
Not for these ones. For these ones, we back up as house band.
All right, that's right. You are house band. I forgot. You're the man who sets the tone for the evening there. Him and your band there. So first, welcome guys. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Thank you. Good morning. Good to be here.
Good. Y'all ready for Thanksgiving? As far I know, there's we got Santa's talent search on Saturday, but I think most people got bigger turkeys to fry until then, right now. So
it's a big old bird.
Yeah. That's right. Do y'all go traditional, or do y'all do something different for Thanksgiving?
100% traditional
nice.
at my house.
Okay.
And we are very non-traditional.
I will say, Dan, I feel
we
like
make
you're
reservations.
I will say, Dan, you feel like a guy that just kind of goes a different direction.
Yeah, we a bunch of us, family, about 12 of us, were meeting up at the lodge in Cloudcroft for the Thanksgiving buffet. So no cooking, no cleaning, and no week's worth of leftovers. It's
What's
great.
on? Are they doing like a little turkey, little ham, maybe a little prime rib?
It's a very traditional meal, but it's a very non-traditional way to do it.
So you can load up on the things you like and a little less of the
and ignore the stuff you don't like.
So if you're Team Cranberry, you can load up on that. If you're like me and say cranberry is the devil's fruit, put that on the side.
Who doesn't like cranberry? Come on now, Mike.
In all fairness, I don't like fruit in general. So
all right, fair enough.
What about you guys, Matt? You guys?
So we do a little bit of a mix. We have most all the traditional items, and then we'll have some of the more like Christmas items too. We do ham and multiple different types of pie. That's always my favorite.
My rules are no rules. If they're just copious amounts of food. If you want to do enchiladas, bring it. If you want to do prime rib, come on down. If you want to do turkey or ham, come on in. We got a spot for you too. I all foods at my party. As long as you ain't trying to do something weird like put peanut butter on steak or something, then you can come and hang out.
Get out.
Just come.
Get out.
This year's unusual request was Brussels sprouts from my girlfriend's father.
Really?
I love making Brussels sprouts, and that's his favorite thing that I make.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, I'm not a huge Brussels sprouts fan, but I have in-laws of in-laws, if that makes sense. It's not my in-laws, but it's my brother-in-law's parents. So I don't know how that, what you call that. But anyway.
In-laws once removed.
Yeah. They make these Brussels sprouts that we tried to replicate, and it turned out grossly worse.
Are they like smashed Brussels sprouts with Parmesan cheese?
Yeah, but this was
so
some kind of buttery balsamic-y thing. So it was a little vinegary, a little buttery, and all I know is I'm like, I've never asked for seconds of Brussels sprouts ever in my life, but I would eat that whole casserole dish of them. So,
nice.
So I'm guessing you go somewhere in that ballpark with your Brussels
Lots of
sprouts.
bacon, cheese, butter, and the various seasonings.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with bacon.
No way.
That's
bacon always makes it better.
Vegetables always taste better when you season them with meat. That's just
fair.
But anyway, we digress here. So we do want to. It kind of snuck up on us this year. I think it's a little bit earlier. Usually we do it like the first part of December, and so now that we've kind of moved it up to the Black Friday weekend.
Well, Dan and I will be gone the first part of December. So.
That's right.
You guys are gone more than you're not gone. I always see you guys on Facebook, and you're all gallivanting off at places and eating.
Always someplace, always somewhere.
My work
frolicking at various places.
That's right. That's right. In years past, December has always been the talent search, right? But then you're competing with all the dance studios and their recitals.
Sure.
You're competing with all the schools and their
playoff
Christmas plays
football.
and football. And so we thought, you know what? Let's do it different. Let's get it into the end of November.
Right.
We tied it in with Thanksgiving weekend, purposely thinking our contestants will have their families in town, right? So their family can get full of turkey on Thursday. They can shop on Black Friday, support their loved ones at this talent search on Saturday, and go back home Sunday for a regular life Monday.
And I know the real deal here. I know it. I know how the Thanksgiving holiday works. The family comes, especially they come in from out of town. They roll in today or yesterday, and they're going to hang out till Sunday.
Yeah.
And let's face it, by Saturday afternoon,
they need something.
Y'all
It's
are like,
crazy.
House.
let's do things separately or let's go to the movies, places where we don't talk or are quiet. Well, Santa's talent
There you
search.
go.
You're welcome, Roswell.
Exactly.
Bring them on down. You don't have to speak to them. You can still sit next to them, so you don't have to pretend like you're ready to kill them. But you don't have to talk because you're like, there's a moment they say, "Oh, shh."
That's right.
And
listen.
and you'll have to listen to them. So, just saying, if you're trying to be slick about your hate them for your tired, or not hate them, because you love your family, but tired of seeing them and ready for them to get back in the car and go back to Dodge. Saturday night, you can get a little respite by coming out, and it's very cheap. It's $5 per person.
That's right.
You're not going to get. You can't even get a value meal at the fast food joint for $5 anymore.
And we'll have hot cocoa for sale and some cookies to sample.
Good deal. Right. So, the weather will be a little chilly that day, so the hot cocoa will come in handy that evening.
Yes, it will.
It'll be, especially if you're going to Artesia for the championship game, you're going to be out there freezing in the Bulldog Bowl, and you want to come on down to the communal theater.
And you can still go to the game and have time to catch the show.
Come on back and catch the show. We'll have the hot cocoa for you and everything, so you can warm back up. And the good news is the heat works well in the communal theater.
It
does. There won't be a problem with you being cold on Saturday evening.
Not at all.
So, how many competitors do we have this year? Do we got quite a few acts that are going to be competing?
We've got 7 acts this year.
Nice.
As it turns out, they're all music acts.
Okay.
So, we're, of course, always open and looking for any kind of talent.
Sure,
but as it turns out, we've got 7 really good music acts this year.
Okay, so a lot of singing and performing.
Yes,
this time.
exactly.
Great acts.
Are they bands or individual singers, a little cocktail of both, or what do we got going on there?
We sort of have a little bit of everything.
Okay.
We have our youngest contestant this year is 11 years old.
Nice.
She's a little powerhouse. So
Wow.
Inside favorite already.
And then of course, we have some of our local favorites as
Absolutely.
well. Some have done this before.
Yeah.
Some have not. It's a really good mix. We've got 3 that are going to do one song each on their own, but then they're doing a trio at the end as well. So we have some sing-along Christmas carols throughout the night. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Plenty of group activities.
It's going to be a lot of fun, yeah.
And then, of course, Matthew Palmer and his band will be the glue holding it together.
Yes, they will. They'll start us out. They'll entertain us in the middle. They'll finish us off.
Yeah.
They'll turn the lights off on us.
and I'll tell you this, speaking firsthand, if you've never seen the Matthew Palmer Trio perform any, it's kind of hard not to. They perform in a lot of places.
They're all over
around.
The place.
You really tried hard not to see them if you haven't seen them.
That would be true.
But I invite you to make your first time out Saturday night. Come on out to Santa's Talent Search.
That's right.
Like you said, we'll get everything going. The performances, the concert show will start at 7:30 here.
Correct.
Doors probably open about 6:30 or so.
Doors will open about 6:30.
Okay. So get there a little early.
7:30. Get there early. Have your cocoa.
Yeah.
Pick your favorite seat. Have a cookie.
Yeah.
Kind of mix and mingle a little bit.
And bring your camera or your cell phone. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there. And
Oh yeah, the Clauses will be there.
Yes,
and
take a
Mr.
picture
Mrs.
with
Claus.
the Grinch.
The Grinch will be
The
there.
Abominable Snowman and the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Santa and his polar pals. I believe this year we're going to have, of course, Santa and Mrs. Claus. It's going to be happening at their house, of course.
Sure.
We've got the Grinch, Frosty, and the Sugar Plum Fairy this year as judges.
So Frosty's a new addition to our roster.
Yeah.
I misspoke. No abdominal.
Yeah,
Frosty.
no abominable. He was here first year and he hasn't come back. Might have been too warm for
We
him.
might not want to turn it up too much heat there because we might not have
Right, we might
Frosty
melt
by the end of the event. Frosty was here. It was just a puddle of water. I don't know what happened.
And a hat of carrot.
Don't know what to say about that hat.
We met on the Grinch. That's not Frosty. Grinch got a bladder problem.
That's right. Right.
Too much eggnog.
Too much something.
But we want to invite everyone. It's going to be a fun night of great. And I'm telling you, you could be amazed at the local talent we have here.
That's great.
I was joking, but I'm not joking. When you hear the 11-year-old girl, I'm sure you're going to be like, nuh-uh, there's no way that's an 11-year-old. You know what I mean? Just to see the folks that come each and every year, and some of, like you said, some of the repeat performances that you may have seen from the years past are going to be back. And usually some of the repeat ones are different songs, but they're usually some of the favorites of the night. So they're always welcome additions to come back and do new songs because they're very good at what they do. And so it kind of officially kicks off the holiday season here for everybody this year.
That's right.
So after you're getting angry at all the Black Friday yelling and screaming and all the things that make you mad because y'all were diving for that same TV together.
That same one TV that they brought in.
And you're kind of bah humbugging it up. Use Saturday night. Come out to Santa's Talent Search. That'll put your your restoration back into the holiday season.
Absolutely. Help kick it off. We do have the lineup available on our Facebook page. If you go to Facebook, the Roswell Community Little Theater page has it. The Santa's Talent Search page has it. You can look either one of those up. We have the lineup. We also have little snippets, little like 10, 15-second clips
teasers
of our rehearsal, so you can sort of see who's going to be there.
What kind of
teasers.
action you're getting involved with, and see just kind of, how the night's going to progress. It's a lot of fun. For the years that's been happening, every one of them's been a great one, and you're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a great night. We all get together, and you got to come in force, especially if you've got a friend that's performing or a family member that's performing. Winner is determined by you guys. The voting and all that is very much part of it. So if you want to ensure your favorite act gets recognized here, then you need to be there. Bring your friends. Vote early. Vote often.
There you go. That's right. That's right. We've got four total winners. We have a judge's first, second, and third, and then we have the audience choice.
Yeah,
and that audience choice. I mean, that one can be bought.
Yeah, absolutely. By design, we want it to.
We want you.
Well, and in all fairness,
support.
The people's choice usually is the consensus, because there's always the one or two acts that are like, they were all great tonight, but there's one or two you're like, they were just a notch above. And yes, it is a pop. But to be honest, it usually works out it all works out in the wash, so to speak.
Right.
It kind of, everything comes to be on that. But if you want to ensure that the people's choice is your favorite, then you better get you and your people.
That's right. Those vote
choose.
tickets, every admission gets you one vote ticket, but you can buy additionals for $1 a piece.
Absolutely. And again, every time you buy it, that goes back to the Roswell Communal Theater, pays for things like the next play, the roof above your head. They're still working on paying that bad boy off.
Yeah,
and
that we are.
And so it all of that. So vote. The more you vote for your favorite, the more you are helping the community little theater.
Absolutely.
And because if you've never been out, come out that first Saturday night. That whole theater that used to be formerly known as the Park Twin Theater,
that's right.
Is now property. It got a new life thanks to the Roswell Community Little Theater, and you guys invest a lot of time, blood, sweat, tears, and dollars.
Amen.
To keep that thing going over the years. And so we want it there for the next generation of community theater lovers, and hopefully one day your kids will be the ones in there, telling us about the next play and the next awesome thing that's happening at the Roswell Community Little Theater. So by you coming out and doing that, you're ensuring that kind of.
Yeah, we do need to mention a couple of sponsors that we did get this year.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank the sponsors. If they're kind enough to support, then we need to shout them from the rooftops.
So we have Swickard Agency. Has donated the second place winnings.
All right.
And Anderson Bethany has donated. I believe they're covering first and third.
First place prize. Okay.
Yeah.
And these are groups that generally are always involved every year doing things, donating either decor or
that's right.
Parts of the event. Like a lot of time trees and things you see there, usually the courtesy of a business or an organization like that.
That's right.
So.
That's right.
Yep.
Anderson Bethany is always real good to support. Swickard Agency is always good. Berkshire Hathaway is always very supportive. Blair's Trading Post is always super supportive.
Yeah.
We've got good people in our community.
Blair's is probably a good group of people to know, because if you're looking for weird trinkets or things, I mean, for your own personal life, go buy it. But particularly for a community theater performance, you need a timepiece or something.
But that gets
fits the
dangerous and
decor.
pricey, because then we fall in love with the pieces and we have to buy it from her.
Yeah, she's very good about letting us borrow stuff, and then oftentimes we end up buying it because we don't want to give it back.
Because it's just
that'll be a meeting you guys have to go to.
Right.
But hey, maybe we can still keep the price sticker on it, so when they come in, it's like, yours for available from Blair's for only $39.95.
There you go. And in fairness, she has donated a lot of stuff to us.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
really
great. But that
it's fun.
To be honest, you guys wouldn't be able to do what you do without people that do that kind of stuff.
No, we've got to have community support, you know, because the ticket sales, they just pay for the operations.
Sure.
And that's it.
Sure.
And there's always something extra.
Well, and it's a labor of love for every single person. I know I can attest personally from just you three, and I know every other person that's on that board or is there on show night doing their thing or practice night, they do this because they love theater. They love the passion of the Roswell Community Theater, the people involved, from the what you do, and that's just it. You can get involved with the community theater and be a part of it, not ever sing a note of music or stand on stage and
I
act.
does sing.
There's so many ways you can get involved, serving on the board to saying, maybe you love building, maybe you love construction. Those sets don't get made by themselves.
Lights and sound. You like the technical aspect?
Yeah, if you love that,
like
they're always looking. I think you have like one or two people that can do that, so they're committed to like every single event.
Yes.
They'd like a weekend off every once in a while here. So we can have more than one person that understands the sound and lighting that goes on in the up behind everybody. There.
Yeah.
And same thing with costume. Maybe you love sewing or makeup or things like that. You're not only are you needed leading up to performances, but performance night when, especially if it's a play where they're changing costumes or there are multiple characters.
Quick change.
Stage crew.
There's a whole group of people back there, picking you up, putting you down, putting the clothes on you, slapping the makeup on you, sending you back out on stage. There's people that
I would
help
like
you
to
do
apologize for everyone that has ever helped me change costumes.
And so those people are just as vital as the people standing on the stage doing the to-be's or not to-be's and doing all that kind of stuff. That's so if you love to serve that way, or maybe you love theater, you're not an actor, but you're good with numbers or money or then serve on our board.
Exactly.
That's a great way to be.
We're always trying to add the numbers up and make the numbers work. We of course always need lobby workers.
Absolutely.
The ticket sales,
ushers
the
and ticket
concession,
takers,
all that stuff. Yeah.
Selling cocoa, for instance, on Saturday. That's kind of that's a great way to volunteer. So
and if all you can do is stand there and pull the rope to open and close the curtain, we'll put you to work.
That's right. Even that's needed.
A job's a job, and it's needed, and someone's got to do it. And if that's what you want to do, we would love to have you do it because it is a community theater. It's of the community. Without the community, there is no community little theater. It's just
that's right.
Exactly.
Our volunteers go and cut the weeds outside.
That's right.
None of this stuff happens without volunteers.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of because, and let's face it. I mean, you're volunteering in an industry that egos can be a thing.
No, what?
I have no idea
so
what you're
it's great
talking about.
to see that the egos get put to the side, and everyone's like, nope, I'll do the weed eating, I'll do the painting, I'll do the toilet cleaning if
it's
that's
really
what needs
funny
to be done.
The last play we just did, Unnecessary Farce, there was a gentleman in one of the characters that was just absolutely wretched. he was so mean, and after every performance he'd come off and he's like, I really hope you're not mad at me. We're like, no, we love it.
No, this is the point. The light switch flipped. Don't do it now.
Right.
Now we're off stage. Stop doing it.
You're out of character right now.
Now you don't get a pass. We're going to punch you.
You're not a method actor, okay?
That's right.
You are allowed to let it go.
Daniel Day-Lewis here, all right?
So,
there you go.
I really get into it. I enjoy it. And
that's why you guys do it. I know for a fact
scenes.
you guys show up to every play because you love having fun. And
it's glutton for punishment. I was in the last one. I'm volunteering for this one, and I'm in the next one. So I'm just a glutton for
you're
punishment.
almost in every single thing now, right?
Well, no.
I think we're getting to a point where it's like, show me the plays that Trish is not in.
All right, there's been a lot I've not been in this year.
It's a shorter list, I'm telling you.
That's right.
But that's great though, because that's passion and love, and I wish there was 10 more Trishas doing it every play, because that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing, and so
I have fun with my
absolutely.
characters.
And Matthew Palmer, he's been involved with our Santa's Talent Search and our Battle of the Bands.
Yeah. I would even argue
participated one house band. I mean, he's involved with all that stuff.
I would even argue Matt adds legitimacy to the Santa's Talent Search. Like people are kind of like, oh yeah, that's great. Oh, Matt's there. Okay, then I'll go. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And even if you don't know any of the contestants, you can come out and hear Matt.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody loves Matt.
Power Trio.
You're gonna get to hear 6 or 8 songs.
Award-winning musician band.
For $5.
Well, you got you here. What's you got any side gigs? Any places you guys are going to be performing the next couple weeks or months that folks can see you besides Santa's Talent Search?
I was going to say, no, we're local, unfortunately.
Okay.
Although we are looking at doing a New Year's Eve project.
Okay.
Nice.
Fully divulge everything on that because it's still in the works. But
okay.
Our next show that we have is actually down in Clovis at Kelly's Bar on the 9th.
So if you got family in Clovis, or you're going to be heading up there around that time here on the 9th, pop on in and check out the Matthew Palmer Trio on the road.
On the road.
On the road.
On the road again.
But great. And then, of course, as we get a little closer to New Year's here, we'll get you.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll get you guys
Absolutely.
back on as we can spill the beans on that one
definitely.
there too. And of course, you guys have something coming up in December here too. That so when we're done with Santa's talent search, if you go to RoswellTheater.com. Spell theater like live theater, Theatre, not the eater like your movie theater.
Right.
Which is a good tip if you ever need to spell that one. Just say the eater and you spell it right.
Exactly. That's the one.
I'll ask you how to spell therapist later. I'll tell you that.
The little theater is doing every Christmas story ever told and then some.
Very
They're
good.
Teaming up with the Liberty, so that's a one-night only event.
And that's at the Liberty.
At the Liberty on December 7th.
So there'll be
7
food
p.m.
and drink and a probably. Is that all ages or is that more for adult evening?
I do believe.
Sometimes
I
at the
think
Liberty we get a little more for the adults and all.
Yeah,
that.
I think it is. I think. I would not know for sure.
Okay.
You
So
can
it's
look at
probably
our
age appropriate
website or the Liberty.
So you're
either
gonna bring
one.
the kids and have
Yeah.
dinner and everything. But if it's a date night or mom and dad want to go out and have a couple drinks and enjoy a show, then you'll plenty of opportunity to do that too.
And it's a hilarious
But
performance.
if you go to that one, you probably go to thelibertyinc.com and get tickets.
Yep.
But if you go to RoswellTheater.com and like I said, spell
It'll
theater,
link you to it.
It'll link you to it. But that way you can see not only what that is, but what's coming up here in January. We kind of got a whole slew of events as we start 2024 here that are going to be fast and furious. And that's matter of fact, if you go to the RoswellTheater.com website. First thing you might pop up, you see a little guy looks like a bishop or a pope.
Yes.
And he's going to ask you to give your email, and that way you can stay in the link. If you give the bishop/pope your email, you will now be in the know. And every time one of these events, or if there's an immersive dinner that's coming up that's
January
associated, you can get in on that and not be that guy. It's like, dang it, I missed it again.
And the immersive dinners sell out super fast. We actually put them online pretty early this time.
Yeah, good. So so you had enough warning.
And there's only, as of yesterday, there were only 11 tickets left, and we only sell 19.
All right, and we're not even in December yet.
We're not even in December
so
yet.
get those. It behoove you. Maybe it's not a Christmas gift, but maybe we'll call it a Thanksgiving gift. We give it to you now, and we can put it in your meat tree or whatever you got there.
Wrap it up in your napkin, perhaps, right?
Although that reminds me, I was watching a Long John Silver's commercial the other day. It came on, and they used a term that now I want to work into my vocabulary.
Ooh, do share.
Your sea tooth. Instead of a sweet tooth, you got a sea tooth. If you like fish and crab and all that, your sea tooth.
Endless shrimp.
I have a sea tooth.
I do too.
I got a big old fat sea tooth.
Agreed.
It's also my sweet tooth and my meat tooth, but it's a tooth that likes a lot of things.
Wouldn't that just be a food tooth?
It could be.
But again, don't forget this Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. Is the 2023 Santa's Talent Search.
Right.
It's going to be happening at the Roswell Community Theater, which, if you're not familiar, the old Park Twin Theater. Is it Hobbs? I can never remember.
Yeah,
1717 South Union.
The Plains Park Shopping Center.
There you go.
Right, kind of behind the Apex or Icon or whatever they call the movie theater there.
They've changed it a couple times.
Yeah, it's either Apex or Icon. I'm not sure.
It's Apex these days.
Is it
Apex,
Apex? Okay. The movie theater.
Right.
Behind the newer movie theater is the older movie theater, which is now the Roswell Community.
Which is now a new theater.
And we love to come out there. Are they going to have, like you said, Santa and them all be so?
Yeah.
So bring your cameras and take photos
That's
and stuff
right.
if you want to kind of.
That's right. There will be photo ops. We've got a big red velvet couch in the lobby, so Santa can sit there, Mrs. Claus. The kids and not kids can gather around for pictures.
I'm guilty of taking pictures with Santa every year. And I'm old.
And who doesn't want an opportunity to sit on a red velvet couch? That's
She
all
likes
I'm saying.
to sit on Santa's lap. That's all it is.
Hey, I like the jolly old guy.
I'm kind of like, how much is this to take home?
It has now turned into an adult show.
Although, I feel more Elvis-like on a red velvet couch, though. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, Santa's worthy of it, but I feel like that might actually be in Elvis's home.
It looks like it came out of Elvis's plane.
I'm about to say, I have seen the inside of his plane, and I'm sure it would match that perfectly.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. But come on out. You can get advance tickets. at RoswellTheater.com.
Yes, sir.
But if you space out and you can get them at the door on Saturday, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But like we said, bring a few extra bucks so you can vote for your people's choices here, your audience choice selection here, so we can make sure those. And unfortunately, Matthew Palmer is not available to be voted on. He is the house band, so you cannot vote on him.
So you won't feel bad voting against him.
That's
either.
right. That's right. So when you're thinking, oh, he deserves it, he can't. He is his.
You cannot create your own ballot
for
Matthew.
That's right. Yeah, the checkbox.
You cannot write in your choice.
Now we have a tip jar just for that.
There you go. There is a tip jar, and Matt
There
would
you go.
love that. So hit that tip jar.
Fair enough.
You know, it's funny. I saw a meme online yesterday, and it was from the YMCA, and it was a question on how did you learn about us, and it said paper, news, radio, and someone hand wrote their box in, Village People, and put check next to it.
That's how I learned about him. That's how I learned about him.
That's the one.
It was like, that's Village People. That's how I learned. But definitely
Very
come on
cool.
out, have some fun with us, bring the whole family. It's going to be a fun night. I tell you right now, you're going to be beyond impressed by your local performances and talent.
Yeah.
This is there's two things that always blow me away every time, and one is at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair when you go into the education building and you see all the artwork and everything, and the paintings on the wall, and then you look at this beautiful thing that looks like a Van Gogh, and then some kid that's 9 did it, and you're like, whoa! Same thing here. You'll get an 11-year-old girl or a high school girl or a boy or someone that comes in, and they even look a little shy, and you're like, uh-oh. And next thing you know, this thing comes out of them, and you're like, whoa.
Every
not
time
expect that one.
Every time I ask, she's
yeah. And so, and that's Santa's Talent Search. So come on out, have a great time. We're going to have lots of fun. Come a little early and mingle and have some cocoa and some snacks. And then get your pictures, get all Christmased up here and have some pictures. And then about 7:30, we'll raise the curtains and get underway with the performance. And by the end of the night, we'll have some winners, and everyone will be happy and you'll be glad you came. Trust me.
Absolutely. Half of our contestants are playing their own music, so you get to see song and guitar.
So they're actually doing instruments and doing. I love that. Even better. I'm sure Golly Matt's like, yeah, I love that, as opposed to playing the. Here's my cassette, dude.
Wow, cassette.
I'm a little older. It's on mixtape. Fast forward, I've keyed it up right to the thing.
I remember back in the day listening to the radio. Okay, everybody be quiet. And you're waiting to hit record.
Stupid DJ talked over the intro.
I know. Gosh, dang it.
Why do you have to talk the post up? No one cares.
That's right. Oh my gosh. So true.
Very good. Well, thank you guys.
Always a good time coming to see you.
Happy Thanksgiving. May your turkey or not turkey or whatever you're going to go for is awesome, and we'll see you all this weekend.
Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. All right, it is 9:53. We must pause for news, commercials to pay for my turkey, and then we'll wrap up the show. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Tickets for Saturday's state championship game are now on sale. Download the GoFan app on your phone. Just search Artesia High School, and that's where you'll find the tickets to purchase. Video streaming of the game will be provided only on the NFHS network. However, that does require a $12 purchase. Of course, KSVP will have audio play-by-play. The Republican Party urging New Mexico's state Supreme Court this week to strike down a congressional map that has divvied up a politically conservative oil-producing region into multiple districts as it reshaped a swing district along the U.S. border with Mexico. The High Court heard oral arguments without ruling Monday on the congressional map from Democrat state lawmakers. The Democrats say a congressional swing district in southern New Mexico remains competitive even with the ouster of a Republican incumbent in last year's election. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Why aren't they saying Bidenomics anymore? Why are Democratic donors scared to death every time he does say Bidenomics? Because everybody knows the economy is a disaster. Everybody sees the high price of gasoline. Everybody sees Biden inflation. Everybody's living it. Everybody sees the highest amount of credit card debt that we've had in generations. Everybody sees the highest interest rates we've had in decades. Everyone sees the record debt that we've had. Everyone sees that we have now passed the $1 trillion interest on the debt payment every single year that we've got to pay out before the government can spend a single dime. And everybody knows that 2/3 of the country, at best, are living paycheck to paycheck. So why call it Bidenomics?
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
All right, Black Friday savings start right now at Blinds.com with up to 50% off everything. That includes big doorbusters. Blinds.com has everything you will need to upgrade your entire home. Plus, with professional design consultants, installation services, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, Blinds.com makes it easy. Shop now, Blinds.com, their Black Friday sale, and save up to 50% off everything and big doorbusters. That's up to 50% off at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate, live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like high pressure will hang around the southwestern states over the next few days, and our holiday looks pretty good. Sunshine in mid-60s today. We're in the mid-30s and clear for the overnight hours, and it looks about the same for Thanksgiving Day. It'll be sunny with a few clouds, our afternoon high in the mid-60s. A little bit cooler on Friday, sunny and mid-50s. The weekend looks fair. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Need new windows for your home? Beware of the sales gangster. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing and Windows here. A sales gangster is a window salesperson with the mobster mentality. They intimidate, bully, and fast talk you into buying their less than quality windows during a 3-hour pitch. Think I'm kidding? Call a few window companies and see for yourself. Or you can skip the sales gangsters and call Trustmark. We have fair, no-nonsense pricing on our premium windows, and our appointments take only about 60 to 75 minutes. Just long enough to listen to what you need, show you your options, answer your questions, and give you a straightforward quote. Then it's up to you. We can take a no just as easy as a yes, but I'll guarantee you this. No sales gangsters. Sound fair? Call Trustmark Roofing and Windows for your no-obligation spring window assessment. 575-755-7663 or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state. It's the flagship, and their academic programs are among the best in the nation.
The University of New Mexico? Can I still apply?
Of course. UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now, and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
Something big is coming to Roswell Nissan. Invoice pricing. You heard that right. Invoice pricing on all new Nissan vehicles on the lot. And that means your dream ride is within reach. So whether you're eyeing the sleek sophistication of a Sentra, the adventurous spirit of a Rogue, or the powerful roar of a Titan, they've got it all, and it's waiting for you at Roswell Nissan at Invoice Pricing. Brace yourself for the best pricing and the best savings of the entire year during Roswell Nissan's all-week-long Black Friday sale. Now through Saturday at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 10 o'clock. That's going to do it for us. Have an amazing Thanksgiving holiday. Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of your day. No show tomorrow or Friday. We'll be back in studio bright and early, 7 a.m. on Monday. Have an amazing weekend. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. Take care, everybody, and thanks for listening.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. Israel and Hamas have reached an agreement on a 4-day halt to the war in Gaza and the release of dozens of hostages held by the terrorist group, as well as Palestinian prisoners.
The truce marks the biggest diplomatic breakthrough since Hamas's October 7 rampage into southern Israel ignited the deadliest round of Israeli-Palestinian violence in decades. Qatar, which mediates with Hamas, announced the truce without saying when it would begin. Its expected 50 hostages will be released in stages in exchange for what Hamas says would be 150 Palestinian prisoners held by Israel. Both sides will release women and children first, and the supply of humanitarian aid flowing into the besieged territory will be ramped up. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Meanwhile, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says the U.S. believes 2 American women and a child will be among the released hostages.
Until we actually see them come out, be in the arms of their loved ones, get home safely, we cannot be fully confident. So we are going to wait as the families are waiting with bated breath until they come out and then until every last American comes out.
Sullivan appearing on ABC News Good Morning America. Also at townhall.com, if you're a people person and you like crowds, go to an airport. Millions are flying over the Thanksgiving holiday. Sunday will be the largest day for crowds with an estimated 2.9 million passengers at airports. Today marking a solemn anniversary. It was 60 years ago that shots rang out in Dallas. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. The Warren Commission determining Lee Harvey Oswald fired the shots that killed the president. More at townhall.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit, 800-858-1199. That's 800-858-1199.
Discover Great American Family, your television destination for the highest quality faith and family Christmas movies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Great American Family is the fastest growing television network, and this Thanksgiving weekend enjoy 3 all-new movies premiering Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night at 8 Eastern. Friday night, it's My Christmas Hero. Saturday night, A Royal Date for Christmas. And Sunday night, A Christmas for the Ages. Text Christmas to 877-999-1225 to find Great American Family's channel number on your provider.
Computer chip and software maker Broadcom says it has cleared all regulatory hurdles and plans to complete its $69 billion acquisition of cloud technology company VMware today.
Broadcom is paying $61 billion in cash and stock for VMware and taking on $8 billion of its debt, making this one of the biggest tech deals ever. The company announced the plan after China joined the list of countries that had given a go-ahead for the acquisition. The company also said there was no legal impediment to closing under U.S. merger regulations. Broadcom wants to establish a stronger foothold in the cloud computing market, and VMware's technology allows large corporations to blend public cloud access with internal company networks. VMware has close relations with every major cloud company and provider. I'm Julie Walker.
Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. 3 people have been killed, 3 more are missing after a landslide ripped through a remote Alaskan fishing community. The landslide late Monday smashed into 3 homes in the Alaska panhandle town of Wrangell, a village of about 2,000 people on a remote island in southeast Alaska. Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, and other northern states hope to stop an invasion of destructive wild pigs from Canada.
The animals already cause around $2.5 billion in damage to U.S. crops every year, mostly in southern states like Texas. But the exploding population of feral swine on the prairies of western Canada is threatening to spill south. What's even worse, wild pigs roaming Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba are often crossbreeds, combining the survival skills of wild Eurasian boar with the size and high fertility rates of domestic swine. Rich Thomason reporting.
More on these stories.